is it tonight, Pippa? It is wild cherry. Oh no, I forgot to activate the reverb. Can you taste the soda? No reverb, gotta start over. Yep, going hard for the cosplay on this one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Soka. No, soda. Yep. Wait, how does sippy sound on this? Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's the shit. Yeah, we in a cave. Yeah, we're in the cave like at the start of the book. I like the animal skin. Very cool. Thank you. Don't mind me. I'm just choking. Oh god, wait. Who sent that? My activity feed is fucking... Oh, hold on. Background noise. Thank you for $2. Wisdom. Thank you for the $2. Pippa love. There's a heart. Thank you for $2. The time I reincarnated as Pippa's vomit drawer. Shut up. Get some BGM going. So, I accidentally spent $1 on the wrong book. That's what spawned this whole stream. Is I got the manga for $1, and I thought it was the light novel because it was on Google Play Books, and I thought it was the light novel. I spent $1 on it, and it wasn't, and then I ended up having to spend $9 on the actual light novel. It's so annoying! It's so annoying. By the way, did you guys know that Five Below has some manga? Accidentally a whole book, yeah. Pippa didn't even get the light novel. I did buy it. It cost me $9 on top of the $1 that I spent on the fucking manga! Five Below, what the fuck? Yeah. Five Below. Apparently they have the exclusive rights to 7 Deadly Sins, which is bizarre to me. Imagine paying for things, Lamau. Yeah, it's a tax write-off. That's our week's food budget, God! Was it any different? Yeah, I started reading a few pages of the manga and I thought it was shit. Cyberlink $2, I made the same mistake, burning money against... Oh! At least I did it while the manga was on sale. Uncle Marine, thank you for $5. Sorry I didn't finish the book. Bit through a bone in my McNugget. And it's not much power rated to throw up. What? A bone? There's no way you got a bone in your chicken nugget. It must have been cartilage or something. Or a nerve. There's no way. You can read? I can. I can. But only my slime form up there. I can't read like this. Yes, the dude has earth knowledge, but how does he develop technology perfectly without a problem? What does he develop? Okay, so I do have a lot of... I wish oh man, I should have set up screen sharing my phone. But I always get so nervous doing that. But, I forgot to open the app. So, general thoughts. Just right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. My general thoughts. It was okay. It was okay. I'm gonna get into like the nitty gritty of it. What did you guys think? I'm gonna put up a poll for you guys to vote on while I bring up all my notes. I'm curious what you guys thought. Thoughts on the book. If you didn't read it, then don't fucking vote. Good, bad, meh, didn't read. There you go. I'll give you that. So people who didn't read the book aren't left out. Oh god, I even get them confused looking at my thing, right? Because like the novels, like the cover of them, there's no way to tell the difference. Like there's no like, oh yeah, this is a manga, this one's a light novel. They're just like two different covers, but they don't like indicate which one is which. It's so annoying. Also, I didn't read the side story. Disclaimer, I didn't read the side story. I don't fucking care. The side story is about, oh god, hold on, let me get over the table of contents here. What's the side story about? Was it 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭? Where is it? Hold on. Yeah, side story. 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭's Big Adventure. I didn't bother with that shit. I also didn't read the afterwards because I didn't care. I just did not fucking care. I was like, no, I'm good. Okay, now how do I get to my notes again? Jesus Christ. The Google Play Books app kind of sucks. Oh yeah, ignore side stories. Yeah, fuck side stories. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? Unless you're like so passionate about them that you're like the Spice and Wolf author that's like, yeah, let's make the side stories their own fucking books. If it's just a random side story just to be a random side story, I don't fucking care. Speaking of didn't fucking care, let's talk about 𝐶𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑃. Let's talk about fucking 𝐶𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑃 story. I did not fucking care about 𝐶𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑃. I got... Oh my fucking god. It's in my notes. If I can fucking find my notes! Oh my god. Why is it like this? Like, I used the in-app highlight... I didn't mean to bookmark that. What the fuck? Chat, how do I fucking access my notes? Is it the... No, that's how... Oh my fucking god. This is so annoying. This is so fucking annoying. Where are my fucking notes, Google? Where are my fucking notes? Get an e-reader, rabbit. I refuse. I should. I don't know why I do this to myself, chat. I don't know why I do this to myself. I always had it offered when I was younger, right? Like, even though my parents didn't have a lot of money, they were like, Pippa, if you want an e-reader, I'll buy you an e-reader. And I was like, no. That's sacrilege. That is sacrilege. E-readers don't come with the same heart that a book comes with. E-readers do not come with the same heart. But then, like, actually reading, I never want to take actual notes. So whenever I do, like, these streams, I buy it digitally. Because if I buy a physical book, I'll feel like I'm fucking evil. Fucking desecrating its flesh with tattoos. Oh, I can't find my fucking notes. Holy shit. About this book? No. Where are my fucking notes? Danny to the left. Kindle owners won again. Yeah. Oh my god. So you do hate tattoos. I like tattoos when they're tasteful. Just use a notebook, but it's not as convenient because my handwriting's so bad I can't read it. Chat, my handwriting is so bad I can't fucking read it. Where the fuck are my notes? I found them. Okay. Okay! Alright. I'm gonna, for those of you who have no idea about this story, I'm gonna quickly summarize from a Wikipedia article because I cannot be bothered to explain the intricacies of this. Volume 1. Alright, let's go. Hold on. Hold on. Here's the synopsis, chat. Listen, these fuckers can summarize it, but oh my god, it's barely even summarized. Stop! Oh my god, it's trying to get me some mind. Lonely 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is stuck in a dead-end job, unhappy with his Monday life, but after dying at the hands of a robber, he awakens to a fresh start in a fantasy realm as a slime monster. As he acclimates to his goopy new existence, his exploits with the other monsters set off a chain of events that will change his new world forever. Is there like a better synopsis? Hold on. Synopsis. He got shivved. Yeah, the book starts with him dying. 37-year-old nice guy, by the way. Dude's an asshole. I don't think he actually tries to hide it or anything. He's straight up an asshole. Like, he is such a fucking asshole, and that's one of the things I actually liked about this, is having the main character be like an unapologetic asshole that is like, yeah, I'm a fucking asshole. Ah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody fucking summarized this shit. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to explain this. So, the prologue, Death and Reincarnation. It starts off, Satoru is meeting one of his old buddies that also works with him in like the same company, I guess. And so does his buddy's new wife. So they're getting engaged. They come to visit Satoru. Satoru's like, "Oh, yeah, you're a fucking whore." But he says it only a little bit less rudely than I put it, right? Like, initially he's like... He basically calls her a slut. And that's what he says to his friend's fiance. It's kind of awkward. And he's like, "Oh man, I really shouldn't talk to people like that." It's like, yeah. Yeah, well, you're aware of it. Shield Hero mode. Yeah, that's one of the things I love about Shield Hero. Shield Hero, I fucking love Naofumi. He's amazing. Didn't he just think it? No, he actually said it to her. He actually, like, says it to the girl. Hold on. I saved it in one of the notes. It's not like I'm any good at speaking to women. What he says to her... My note for this was Romao. What the fuck? Hold on. I'm gonna read this off to you guys. So... He runs into these two. They're exchanging their greetings. Oh, good to meet you. My name's Miho Sawatari. I've seen you at work a lot, but I guess this is the first time I've spoken to you, huh? It makes me kind of nervous somehow. I'm the one who should be nervous, lady. My mind griped to itself. It's not like I'm any good at speaking to women. How about a little sympathy here? So he's like a douchebag. Anyway you looked at it, I was the wrong person to ask. I knew nothing about love. They were doing this just to spite me. I was sure of it. Pretty sure, anyways. Ha, schizo. He's just like me. Oh, there's nothing to be nervous about, I replied. Satoru Mikami. It's good to meet you, Miss Sawatari. Although you're famous enough around the office that you hardly need to introduce yourself, huh? Tamura and I went to the same college, and we kinda hit it off during the training period. So that's how we know each other. Famous? Oof, not famous in a weird way, I hope. Oh, you know, I hear stories about you dating Kameyama or messing around with Mr. Kihara in management. Somehow he decided that picking on her would be a good idea. I just meant it as a passing joke, but it made Sawatari's face turn a bright shade of red, her eyes watering up a bit. It was cute in a way. And he goes on to talk about how that was like a dumb move. It's like, Jesus, man. The anime skipped this, I believe? I think the manga skipped it as well. Are these your notes? No, this is just like a little excerpt. It was cute. Yeah, he's fucking sadist. What the hell? Fucking sadistic. Oh god, I don't know how to get back to my notes again. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Wait, no. No, I found them. It's all good. Can I change my vote from didn't read to bad? Terrible. Skipped them both, yeah. The man was already a slime ball. He was kind of a dick. And when I started reading the manga, I was like... They skip, like, the parts that actually make him an interesting character, right? Because, like, the part that interests me... The part that makes me like Rimuru... is that he's kind of like an insecure douchebag, right? But, like, in a really relatable way. Maybe that's not saying a good thing about my character, but... but, like, he... That's fucking relatable, right? Like, you see somebody that's like... Oh yeah, everybody knows them as a slut, and then you think it in your mind, and you're like, damn, I shouldn't be like that. And then this motherfucker comes out and outright says it, and it's like, damn. Pretty cocky at times, yeah. He's got a bit of an ego. Is he scruffy looking? That's Pippa's type. No, he just looks normal, I think. And then his, like, new form that he gets. Spoiler, at the end of the light novel, he gets his human form. And he's, like, androgynous. Like, he has no parts down there. And it's like... Can't you just, like, make them for yourself? Like... I don't know, maybe, like, I guess if you... Maybe he needs more time to learn magic. Anyways. Yeah, he has no genitals. Does he poop? No, he does not. He's a slime, so he doesn't care. He did care, though. He got very upset about it. So anyways... Oh yeah, that's another note I marked down. I can't help but needle people like that sometimes. Based. Very relatable. I also cannot help but make rude comments to people that I know are rude. And I don't actually feel that bad about saying them because I feel like... I don't know, they need to be said. Right? Like, what's wrong with saying the quiet part out loud sometimes? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to get better about that because apparently that's not very nice, but... I don't know, man. I'm just saying the quiet part out loud. I don't know why that's an issue. Oh, shut up. Shut up! I don't know why I made some of these as notes. But basically, he starts... Okay, so, after that interaction Or while that interaction is happening, a robber runs by and he's got a knife and he stabs it into Rimuru back. Rimuru is the name of the main character after he reincarnates, but I can never remember his original name, so yeah. What is this? We're talking about Time I Reincarnated as a slime. I should prepare like a whole synopsis for this beforehand. And that's basically how the prologue ends. Is he's like thinking to himself, he's overthinking, he's like, oh man. Here's like a little excerpt. I mean, here I was, looking at 40 without ever losing my virginity. Like an old sage, meditating in the mountains. Another few years and I probably could have been the great sage of celibacy. Not the road I wanted to take in life, but there you go. Confirmed, extra skill, sage, successfully acquired. Evolving extra skill, sage, into unique skill, great sage, successful. So like, the things that he's talking about in like his final moments end up becoming his skills when he reincarnates. And I kind of wonder if that's what happened with everybody. 𝑐𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑃 later on, we get like introduced to this other character named 𝑐𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑃 who has a side story going that like takes place before all of this. I think it takes place before all this anyways, and then the timeline kind of converges. And 𝑐𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑃, how she dies and gets reincarnated into this new world is that her house is burning down, and I think she's from like ancient Japan. But her house is burning down and she gets reborn, or she doesn't get reborn, she gets like summoned to this world. Whereas Rimuru gets reborn into this world, 𝑐𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑃 is summoned to this world by the demon lord. World War II! Oh, okay, I guess she died during World War II, the firebombing of Tokyo. Oh, okay. And she gets her skills as she's talking to the demon lord. And after a key part of her character happens where she gets possessed by the Titan Ifrit. And because she's like, no, I don't want the demon to take over my body, she gets a skill called Deviant. So whereas Rimuru has skills like Great Sage and Predator, 𝑐𝑯𝑨𝒀𝑃 gets Deviant. And that stops Ifrit from being able to take her body over completely, basically. She has to suffer for slow character progression, which only makes me hate a OP. No work, pro tag, all more. Oh, she has control fire too, yeah. Predator attacks. Okay, yeah, this gets into my first main gripe with the story. So I'm a big fan of games. I know I joke about like how I don't play video games and shit, and like, oh man, I wish I had more time for games. I'm a very big fan of video games. Alright? Ain't no video game I've ever seen that has a fucking skill that's like as OP as this. Also, one of my notes is bro, shut the fuck up. And it's on page 23 of chapter 1. It says, speaking of which, the great sage skill consisted of 5 effects. I got so annoyed. These motherfuckers are rattling on about the intricacies of the fucking skills. Just to be blunt, they make no sense. They make no sense. They're OP as fuck. And I got really tired of reading about them. I got really fucking tired. There's just like a few pages where it's just going on and on and on and on and on about these different skills, and like, oh well, with this skill, because of the fucking connection to this skill, I could be able to do this. This skill is this, and this fucking skill is segmented in fucking 5 parts. And yeah. Speaking of which, the Great Sage skill consists of 5 effects. Fuck off. Fuck off. What fucking skill has 5 effects? Fuck off, buddy. What? That's not one skill then. That's 5 skills. If you have one skill and it does 5 different things, it's not one skill, motherfucker. It's not. Have you ever played a video game before? What fucking... Oh my god, imagine you're fucking playing a fucking game and you hover over the goddamn icon and it's like... It's like this. It's like this. I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna just read off the fucking list. Hasten thought. Boost perception speed by 1,000 times. Analyze and assess. Analyzes and assesses the target. Parallel operation. operates on any matter you wish to analyze, separating it from regular thought process. Cast cancel annuls the casting period required when using magic, etc. All of creation provides full coverage of all unsuppressed matter and phenomena in this world. What? What? That's 5 skills! That's 5! What the fuck? That's literally 5 skills, buddy! Oh my fucking god. I was just sitting there like, yeah, all creation, literal god, what the fuck? Yeah, and that one doesn't really get expanded about. I don't... So all of creation, so I know about everything everywhere with no effort on my part. Score, or so I thought. It turned out that I could only be told information related to things I'd already heard about. In other words, I needed to recognize and understand a concept before I could grasp a full analysis of it. So you already know the thing? And you can ask about it? And it'll tell you what you already know? Yeah, so you learn things like everyone else. Exactly, Cassius Razor. Recharger. What the fuck? Yeah, that's called learning! That's called learning! So he's omnipotent, but not really, yeah. Google exists, yes. It's like... I don't know. I don't remember if he ever used this. In here, I think he just kind of like... Basically what actually happens is he just asks whatever fucking question, and then like the system, the world thing, there's like 2 voices in his head. He's like extra schizo. He has one voice and then there's another voice called the world language. And the world language is when you upgrade one of your skills basically, or you learn a new skills, you hear the world language. And then the other voice is the one that... Yeah, he has a system message AI, basically. The other one is, like, telling him... It's basically, like, you know how you can play chess, right? And you have to know how to play chess to play chess? But then if you're playing chess on, like, a computer, it'll show you, like, all your possible moves. And then sometimes it'll be like, okay, if you make this move, here's, like... the pieces that you'd be able to take after that. You know? Or like checkers. The way his fucking like schizo voice in his head explains shit is like playing computer chess. It's like instead of him making a decision and then it just does it, it's like, are you sure you would like to do that? Because if you do that, it'll explode everything in the perimeter. And it's like, you know, maybe it would have been cool if the character actually didn't have a fucking AI holding his hand that told him not to fuck up. Because it'd be a lot more interesting if he actually fucked up and had to live with the consequences of his actions and not fully thinking things through. You know, maybe that would have been a more interesting story. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I just want to see people make dumb decisions and have to learn from them rather than having a fucking omnipotent voice in his fucking head that explains it. He uses auto battle for some of his toughest fights? Oh my fucking god. Bro, he revived an entire city, there's no consequence? He revives an entire city later on? What the hell? I'm probably not gonna continue reading this. It was pretty fun at points. But when you like turn your brain on for even a second, it's like, He's a Gary still. It's not like an issue that he's OP. It's just the fact that like it feels like his choices don't matter. Like if Superman's like the iconic Gary Stu, right? And if Superman flattens a building, he can't just unflatten it. Or he doesn't have like a fucking voice in his head that like, oh no, Superman, if you flatten this building, people are gonna die. Are you sure you want to do that? Other than his fucking conscience, right? But you can pick anything other than he's a guy for these foot clubs. I could! I did once. We did Hoseki no Kuni. In my opinion, it's a slow start, pretty mad at first. I'm okay with it being being slow. I actually appreciate stories that give you time to get to know the characters better and establish the world properly. And I think that is something that this book did do pretty well, right? Like, you learn that this world, it's kind of like the Shield Hero world, but a little bit lighter, right? It's like, it's not quite as grimdark, right? It's like, there's bad people and there's death. He actually kills some stuff. I don't know. Brandon, thank you for $3. Great Sage does everything for him. Predator free skills. Baldora gave free power, and Shizu gave free body. Shitty power leveling and hacks. Yeah. John Man, thank you for 140. Pippa is a gamer. Virgin, thank you for $2. Pippa, do you ever see yourself as an old man's soul trapped in an anime rabbit's body? Jikiterio, thank you for 514. Pipkin, would you do a collab stream with Athena Bambina in the future? She's a wholesome deer, and I think you guys could do a great stream together. I would like to, but I do have to get permission from management before collabs. John Man, thank you for 140. A life without CTB isn't even worth it. Vash PP, thank you for $1. After reading this, I want to see how they adapt this in the anime. I imagine they must have gutted it and crammed into like 3 episodes. Yeah, this would probably only take like 2 or 3 episodes of an anime. I'm guessing anyways, just cause like anime doesn't like taking time for things usually, unless it's like filler. I don't know, anime has 2 modes, chat. Anime is like, we're gonna spend 100 episodes on one arc, or we're gonna condense 10 light novels into 13 episodes. Background noise, thank you for $2. Real books are nothing, I'll die on this hill. Background noise, thank you for the $2. Didn't read the book, but gonna participate anyways. I need to catch up with these more often. Aqua Marine Joke book, $5. Sorry I didn't finish the book, bit through a bone. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Okay. Glow in the Dark, thing, $5. Slime Boy is actually reincarnated god, and the AI in his head is actually his dead lover. Was weird? Wait, what? What? Is that what it turns out to be? What the fuck? Jelsum 10 thing on 333 anime was decent and fun for a seasonal show. What? I don't know how I feel about that. But anyways, he goes on to explain the skills, and he's like, still, I had another great idea. Could I link the Predator analysis skill with the Great Sage parallel operation? And the AI in his voice, in his head is like, received! It is possible to link Predator analysis with Great Sage parallel operation. Do you wish to link them? Yes? No? Oh my god. Oh my god. And then it keeps talking, and it like does an analysis on Hippocude herbs, a type of ingredient used in healing medication. You don't need to explain that. You really don't. You don't need to explain that the fucking recovery potion is a recovery potion. Either you acknowledge the fact that your fucking audience is a bunch of gamers or regular isekai readers that are familiar with these general concepts, or you take the time to flesh them out properly, but it kind of picks and chooses what it wants to explain sometimes. And in general, like, it doesn't... It's very inconsistent. It's very inconsistent. And there's a lot of moments in here where I'm like, did you forget about the things that you established already? Like, did you forget that you had something you could do earlier? Light novel writers don't understand how to show instead of telling. They do not. Despite having to watch the blacksmith make the sword. The blacksmith making the sword thing, I don't understand. Like, to summarize for you guys, I'll get to that in a bit. I'm gonna keep explaining. So in the chapter My First Friend, he meets a dragon. The dragon fucking dumps a shit ton of exposition. The dragon is just a fucking exposition machine. Thankfully, they skip over a bunch of it, but he still does explain too much. The dragon is sealed away. He was sealed away by this hero a long time ago. The author really wants you to wonder whether or not the hero is still alive or not. The fucking author, like, he does this like 6 times throughout the fucking book. He's like, Rimuru in his head is like, oh man, I wonder if the hero who fucking sealed Veldora away, Veldora is the name of the dragon, I wonder if the hero who sealed Veldora away is still alive or not. I mean, it's been 300 plus years, so I guess she's probably dead, right? And then a chapter later, he'll be like, oh man, I wonder if that hero Veldora was put away by is still alive. Maybe she's like training up in a hill or something. It's like, shut the fuck up. I know where this is going. You didn't have to repeat this so many fucking times. Oh my god, this author beats you over the fucking head with the foreshadowing. Oh, I wonder if this character's alive. I wonder if this character's gonna die. I wonder how this character feels about this situation. Oh my god, maybe there's more to the situation. Shut the fuck up. Holy shit, you are so fucking annoying. You are so fucking annoying. Oh my god. And she shows up in Shizu's chapters. Is that the same character? I was barely even fucking oh yeah, it must be. Yeah, because the character that Veldora fucking is put away by is described as having silver hair. I was fucking on autopilot. Are you saying subtlety is good, Pippa? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. God. Describe with dark silver hair, yeah. Okay, yeah, so we didn't meet the hero anyways. It's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying. Then, after chapter 1, there's an unmarked chapter. It is separated into a chapter, but it is not its own individual... Like, it is its own individual chapter. It's almost like a side story that should be in a different book. Slapped into this. I really feel like Shizue's stuff doesn't have anything to fucking do with the main story. The filler chapter, it's a chapter 1.5, basically. It could have been its own story. I feel like that would have been better. I'm a big fan of when book series do take the time to create, like, side stories that are their own things, right? This is Guardians of Ghul is a kid series, right? But it did this pretty well. Where basically Guardians of Ghul, after like fucking 10 books or whatever of just straight storyline, they're like, okay, here's 3 books that are technically part of the main canon and will provide a lot of context going forward for what happens next. But if you want to skip them, you can fucking skip them because they don't really have anything to do. Yeah, they're the owl books. If you guys know the movie Legend of the Guardians, it was based on a book series called Guardians of Ghul. It's by Catherine Lasky, and if you're in the mood for some surprisingly dark fantasy based around aliens, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. Guardians of Ghul, there's a lot of references to other classic literature. Like, there's a straight up a Fahrenheit 451 parallel that goes on for quite a while. It was pretty interesting. But yeah. So, for next book club or what? No, maybe. Yeah. There's like 3 books that are basically their own stories, and you can just skip them. And I feel like that's what should have happened here. I feel like that's what should have happened here. Instead of Shizue having her own chapters that are unmarked, like they're not... Like, it goes chapter 1... Hold on. It goes prologue, chapter 1... No chapter number. The Girl and the Demon Lord. Chapter 2... No chapter number. The Girl and the Titan. Chapter 3... And again, another chapter with no chapter number. The Girl and the Hero. And then it's chapter 4, and then final chapter. Kind of petty. I'm not a fan of when you call it the final chapter. It sounds like it's actually a finale, but in this case, it was not a finale. It can't be a finale. This is a series. I don't know. Very small nitpick. Very dumb. A lot of people do it, but... Recognizing how much coffee was needed to finish reading this. Oh, man. I had to take a lot of breaks. I had to take a lot of fucking breaks. Going into this, I knew it wouldn't take that long, right? So I only read this. I finished reading this today, actually. But I started reading this on Monday. Because it's like, it's a light novel. It's not gonna take that long. But I had to take so many breaks. And then, well, Castellano, thank you for coming a big TT. Hola, Kanita. I finally caught up with you live. What have I missed? Pikachu! I recommended Atelier Tanaka for the next book club. Is this part of the Atelier series? I don't know how I feel about that. Arcana Plague saying $10. Have you considered reading novels / webcomics or comics by new writers? Some examples I'm thinking of include 𝐸 from the Ripperverse, 3 Nights 4 Days by Mika Curtis, and The Long Moonlight by Razor Fist. Maybe. I don't know. I can look into them. I don't really care if it's a new or old author. Background noise, thank you for $2. Oh, I already read that. It doesn't really matter to me how old it is. That's part of why you didn't sleep yesterday? No, I just couldn't fall asleep. And the manga, there was barely any 𝑠hizuue aside from other character backstories. Man, I hate that so much in manga too. When they when you dedicate half your fucking manga to a character that's not your main character, I just skip it and I fill in the blanks later as time goes on. I can't fucking stand it. You need to have some really fucking good side characters in order for me to be interested in reading their annoying ass side stories. Jose Panameno, thank you for $5. Have ever heard of the legendary Moonlight Sculptor? That sounds really familiar. Read Baccano. I haven't even watched Baccano. So anyways, chapter 1.5 basically is the girl and the demon lord. It talks about how she was transported to this world, and not in the same way that Rimuru is transported. Rimuru is reborn. Shizu is summoned by the demon lord, and apparently he's been summoning a shit ton of people. We don't know why. Yeah. She gets summoned, so she's like a slave. Yeah. Patrick Abraham thank you with a 50 Donkey Kong. So Pippa, when you realize that classic book, The Lion, the Lich, and the Wardrobe. Fuck, I can't speak today. So Pippa, when you realize that classic book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis was an isekai. I never read that. I never even read the first book in that series, which is actually The Magician's Apprentice, I think is the first book. I never read that. C.S. Lewis's works. Yeah. Somewhere gathering $2. Thoughts on Solo Leveling and Chainsaw Man? I didn't read Solo Leveling. Oh, that was a prequel. Oh, it's a prequel. Oh, okay. I had no idea. A Magician's Nephew. Okay. Bahamut, thank you $1. The end of season 2 just killed me out without much it built up. So wait, what? I'm not crazy, right? You guys are fucking typing weird in these super chats. With one attack, was expecting a good fight scene. God damn it, there was no good fight scene at the end of season 2. Cody Byron, thank you for $5. Remember when anime fantasy could just be fantasy and didn't have to be isekai, a video game, or both? I like isekai, and I do like video game inspired anime. It just, you're having a stroke, Pippa. I'm having a stroke. And a lot of older works, right? It's like, oh shit, that was an isekai all along, right? Like Dot Hack franchise is an isekai. It's not really considered an isekai, but that's what Dot Hack is. It's a fucking isekai. And it's a video game. And I fucking love Dot Hack. Dot Hack is really fucking good. Still thank you for 333. ESL super chat night. Please understand. Flash PP thing. Well, this sounds very weebish, but you not even knowing that she died in the Tokyo firebombings makes it impossible for her story to properly hate you. You know, there's a lot of moments in this that are not localized. And I do prefer it when moments are not localized. But I also appreciate it when the moments that are not localized, because localizing leads to a lot of other issues. When a story's not localized, I really appreciate it when the people translating include specific notes about why things read the way that they do, right? Because there's another moment in here where this is not localized. Localized moments. So basically, there's a difference between translation and localizing. You can translate without localizing. Localizing kind of shifts the translation. Instead of being a one-to-one, into a version that audiences from another culture will understand. So, one of the examples of something that's not localized in this book is when he's talking about how he used to be a construction contractor or some shit like that. And he talks about how he even had to work with people that had tattoos. And it's like, well, if you have some knowledge of Japan, you know tattoos are affiliated with Yakuza, like gangs and shit, right? Tattoos have a lot of stigma. But if you have no idea about that, you might read that and you might be like, what's wrong with tattoos? Like, that's not really a thing in the West. You don't, you know, like, oh man, that guy had tattoos, he's so scary. Maybe if he has like fucking like face tattoos and shit, you know, that can spook people. But like, people just having tattoos isn't really of note a lot of times. Patrick Apperson, thank you for the 274. It's 3:44 a.m. and my writing is weird. Sue me. Oh my god. Cool the dark thing. $5. Rock Lee as a side character was good. Kind of funny. Naruto was supposed to be a hardworking protagonist, but had a ton of hack, unlike Rock Lee. You're the 333. What the fuck, Pippo? We time. Wow. Jimmy Cooker, thank you $2. Anybody remember Slayers or Record of Lotus War? Nope. Cakes, thank you for the $5. Fan translations for slime localized better than the official versions. So, the girl and the Demon Lord, like I said, talks about the Demon Lord summoning people from other worlds. We find out in the previous chapter as well that people summoned from other worlds is not particularly uncommon. They're called Otherworlders, and for some reason, all of the ones that we've met so far are from Japan. Which kind of popped into my head. I was like, man, all these motherfuckers have Japanese names. Are you like nobody from a fucking different country popped in? That's how it always is with isekai though, is people tend to get summoned from Japan and they'll meet like a bunch of Japanese characters and stuff. And then I thought in my brain, I was like, oh man, this is kind of like when people complain about like all the characters being Americanized and other shit, and it's like, haha, Japan does it too. Anyways, it's not a complaint or anything, it's just funny. Makes it more relatable to the target demographic. Anyways, Chapter 2, Battle of the Goblin Village. So, Rimuru goes to this goblin village, ends up kind of becoming their leader, and he fights off a bunch of direwolves. He ends up killing the leader of the direwolf and giving them all names, and that's when he learns that when you give people when you give monsters names, they become imbued with power. Like, they get the power of the caster. This chapter was alright. It was pretty interesting. Leonardo, I'm thank you for coming up, Big Pee-Pee. Definitely. I think Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 were definitely the strongest chapters. The Girl and the Titan, I barely remember what this one was about. But it's after Chapter 2. Fuck, how does this go? Oh, Shizu! No, I don't remember. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck yeah, I have notes about this. I was complaining about this. Oh, at one point in Chapter 1, they say Bad Dragon. I have that in my notes. Oh, I thought it was cute that Vildora... Oh, man, I should be doing, like, explaining the chapters and then reading off my notes. Because now I'm reading through my notes, and I'm like, damn, I have so many notes. I think it's kind of cute that Vildora, the dragon, he's like a tsundere. It's kind of cute. It's like, he's like talking about how cool it was that he got beat up by this hero, and then he's like, yo, the humans suck. But also, she was so cool. Oh my god. I was like, and then like, Rimuru asked him to become friends, and he was like, what? You want to be friends with me? What the fuck? Yeah, let's be friends, please. Well, Laura's a great character. Yeah, it was pretty good. I don't like that he was used to Expedition Dump, though. One of my notes from chapter 1 is he's playing Power Wash Sim. He's like talking about how he's like adjusting the output diameter, the pressure, putting the spin on the water to eject it. Because he's learning how to use... He acquires the water blade skill that lets him like shoot out water. And he's like trying to like learn how to use it best. I was like, yeah, Power Wash Sim. Anyways. Chapter 2, one of my notes is finally stuff starts to happen. So, for context, this is on page 24. I nodded sagely, and that's how I became the guardian of a goblin village. This is right before the fight. I was really fucking bored. I was really fucking bored. Initially, he's blind. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Well, I don't think he's initially blind. I think it's the fact that, like, he's in a cave, so it's so dark he can't see anything. But initially, he can't see anything, and I kind of thought, that's weird. Slimes can see stuff. Why can't he see? Yeah, why doesn't he have eyes? Slimes in every video game ever have eyeballs. Background noise, $2. Notes? Didn't you mean graffiti? You had to get eyes. Slimes just move based on touch. Man, in like every game, man. I can only think, what, like Final Fantasy is the only game where like slimes don't have eyeballs. No, slimes in D&D don't have eyes? It was more D&D slimes? Man. I'm thinking Dragon Quest on? I'm thinking Dragon Quest. I'm thinking Genshin has slimes. They have eyeballs. Fucking what other games have slimes? I don't know. Yeah, it kind of varies from game to game. I'm just used to seeing slimes with eyeballs. And I saw him with eyeballs on the cover, so I'm like, man, what the hell? Anyways. D&D slimes, gelatinous cubes, have no eyes. I like the gelatinous cube figurine. This is a side note, but in D&D, when there's like these little mini figures that you can buy and paint and stuff, and you can use them for your games. And the gelatinous cube minifig, you can actually put other figurines inside it. It's very cute. Anyways, that's besides the point. Cause that was nice. Chapter 2, I also have a note that says, bro sucks at this, little Mal. He says, alright, I replied, trying to act like the best general I could. No need to get all worked up. Keep it chill, alright? I was like, yeah, this guy sucks. He kind of bounces back and forth between being, like, strong leader and dog shit leader. I guess he's getting the hang of things, but... Remember his lines are eyebrows? They're eyebrows? They're not eyes? What? How does he have eyebrows if he doesn't have eyes? I thought it was kind of funny that initially to heal the goblins, he like swallows them and then repairs them inside his body and then spits them back up. It was just a funny little thing to imagine. I just kind of pictured him as Kirby in my head. And then he gets like weird looks from the goblins and they're like... And then he's like, oh, I guess I'll use my healing potions on them instead. And it's like... Why are you so self-conscious, bro? Just fucking... Like, why are you wasting your fucking potions on that? Whatever. Chapter 2, I also have a note that says, nice payoff. By this time, the wounded goblins were starting to wake up, healed from their wounds. They furtively poked their bodies, staring curiously down at themselves. Looks like this stuff packs a punch. So... The potions thing, my initial thought was he would not use the potions for a while, and then he'd like... This is what happens in a lot of isekai, right? Is they discover how to make something really good, right? And then they like go to town and they sell it all. And they get super rich, and then they have to never worry about money ever again. And I fucking hate that so much. I fucking hate that so much, which it turns out he's able to do later anyways. And he does still. So yeah! I kind of ended up predicting what would actually happen! Because that's what he does! Is he takes them to fucking town and he sells them! Take a sip of my Pepsi. That's because money would be an obstacle to the power fantasy, I know. Can't have money problems now, can we? Nope. That's another thing I really liked about Naofumi in Shield Hero. is he actually has to fucking work for his money. And he's not just rich. And one of the big things is he spends like all his fucking money on Raphtalia. Like towards the beginning. He spends like his entire fucking budget on Raphtalia, and they have to live poor for a while. I thought that was a nice little no. Naofumi sells stuff in town. Naofumi does sell stuff in town, but you know what Naofumi is doing? Naofumi is out in the field for 8 hours every day, killing a bunch of fucking balloons. All right. Naofumi is like doing the fucking like Venezuelan gold grind. All right. Naofumi is not like, oh yeah, let me just fucking make this god tier potion to fucking sell instantly. All right. If only he had to struggle for the whole story. Yeah, I still haven't watched season 2, man, because I heard it turns into typical isekai garbage. But yeah. In the beginning, Naofumi does work really hard for his money. And that's something you never fucking see in these isekai. And that's something you don't see in this isekai either. All of the problems in this isekai are caused by Rimuru just not taking advantage of his system that explains literally everything for him. And it's not even a like, oh, I'm too shy to ask. It's in a, oh, I didn't even think to ask that. And you're fucking sitting there like, you didn't think to ask? What do you mean you didn't fucking think to ask? Do you fucking think at all? They try to handicap with dumb? Yeah. And pointing it out, listen, the system even makes fun of him for it. Yeah, pointing it out like that doesn't suddenly make it good reading, good writing. I don't suddenly enjoy everything that's happening. All right, if your fucking main character is mind-numbingly stupid sometimes and then actually has some pretty good ideas other times, I'm just gonna think that he's a fucking idiot and the writing is inconsistent. Because it doesn't make sense, the things that he does remember to ask, and then the things that he's like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Konosuba? Never watched it. Deadpan Sanchez, thank you for becoming a big PP. But to be fair, you could say that same exact thing about real people's problems and using Google. I guess sometimes, right? But like, most situations aren't life and death. In real life. Right? And even then, that's like a common complaint about people nowadays, is everyone's like, oh, instead of figuring things out, you just watch a fucking video on it and you Google it. It's like, yeah. Yeah, fun fact, when people have a question about something, they Google it. Baffling, isn't it? Baffling. Anyways. Yeah, because it works. Yeah, exactly. And this character has I use Bing. Shut up. No, you don't. This character has Google. This character has Google. He can ask anything he wants. You know how fucking dumb this character is? He forgets that he's resistant to fire. You're right, I was lying. He forgets that he's fucking resistant to fire. The big fight at the end? He's like going on this fucking inner monologue like, oh, I guess this is it. I guess I wasn't actually a very good leader. Oh. And then the system's like, you're resistant to fire, by the way. And he's like, oh shit, really, dude? Oh, yeah. Oh wait, no, that's not what happens. He gets blasted by fire instead of like trying to fucking like dodge out of the way or whatever. It's so contrived. He has the ability... He explains this early on, that he has the ability to process events before they, like... Not before they happen, but like at lightning speed. He says he has the ability to process things at the speed of sound. So when somebody goes to attack him, he can like analyze that shit instantly and know what to know what to do. And then at the... Yeah, he has spidey senses. And then at the fucking final fight, he's like... Oh, I can't dodge this. This. Oh my god, this is coming so fast. Oh my god, this is. Oh man, I'm gonna die here. This shit gonna blast me with fire. Processing at the speed of sound. That's little, like he can like see things, like as they're like happening and stuff. But anyways, he has thought acceleration. Anyways. There's another thing in that fight that was really stupid. Okay, I'm going off the rails. This is so out of order. But you know what another fucking stupid thing is in chapter 4? Another fucking stupid thing is in chapter 4. He's like, oh! Earlier on, in one of the in chapter 2, the Battle of Goblin Village, he learns that the fucking direwolves have instant communication telepathically. They don't need to speak. They have like a hive mind. They can move as one. And he gains that ability. Because they're like pack animals, right? And the leader like controls them. Which, speaking of which, I marked that down in my fucking notes. That shouldn't be a skill, alright? That should not be a fucking skill. That is dumb. That's pretty cool though. I think it's fucking dumb. You know why I think it's dumb? Because regular wolves also have something like that, alright? And it's not a fucking magical ability, and it's not telepathy. They have like signals and shit. And they have like positions. They have like hierarchy and shit in their fucking packs that allows for easier hunting. Your body language, noises and shit. In this, it's like, dude, the wolves have telepathy. They can communicate in their fucking brains, and they're a hive mind like ants, right? Like, you know how the queen ant makes all the decisions and shit and like puts out all the orders and shit? Dude, the wolves are like the same thing, dude. And then they're also not. They're also individuals. And like, they have like goblin jockeys later on. Like the goblins that he upgrades to hobgoblins by giving them names. Can like give them commands and shit. And it's like, so are they a hive mind? Or are they not a hive mind? Because if they're a hive mind, how are they able to take commands and shit from other people? What? Anyways, whatever. So, he has that skill. And they just forget about it. They just fucking forget about it. In the final fight, he has his little dog boy. He has his wolf, the main wolf that is like the leader of the pack. And they did forget about it. He can communicate with the wolf like mentally and shit, right? But he goes and he tells one of his goblins to go get the dog. You can communicate with the dog mentally. You have that skill. You can use that. You can tell that dog to come mentally. You don't need to tell somebody else to go get you the fucking dog. And then he's like giving commands to the dog and shit. He shouldn't need to give commands to the fucking dog. He has a skill that basically tells the dog to do whatever the fuck he wants the dog to do just instinctively. But he sits there and explains to the dog, don't attack anybody, just keep running. I'll do all the fighting. Dog is not a wolf though. The dog is a wolf! It's a wolf! I'm calling it a dog! It's a wolf! So he's explaining to the wolf, like, okay, don't attack anybody, just keep running. Why are you explaining this shit? Why are you explaining this shit? If you wanted to explain it to the readers so things made a little bit more sense, you could be like, so I communicated with Ranga, the wolf, using that pack mind ability. And that would have explained everything. Remember when you had... Yeah, just use a thought bubble amount. Yeah, remember when you had that ability? Yeah, why don't you use that? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I was using X skill with Ranga. Done. Yeah, exactly. So dumb. Have you seen Sonny Boy? Sonny, like from Niji Sanji? But whatever. Whatever. What else? Chapter 2 The strongest creature in the world, after all, is a human being with a little intelligence. And my note is, even in this world, like, chat, I hate it when stories do this, chat. Oh man, I've already been at this for an hour, holy shit. Chat, I hate it when games do this. Instead of all the races being like balanced and shit, and instead of like there being like super powerful things, when the fucking humans is like, oh yeah, dude, humans. Yeah, humans are the smartest because like creativity and shit, dude. What? What? Fuck off, dude! Fuck off! You have like fucking like elves and shit that live for like hundreds of years and shit, and they got like innate abilities with magic and can commune with nature and shit. You got the fucking dwarves, and they're fucking like stacked in terms of constitution, and they can fucking like they have access to all like this ancient knowledge and shit, and you're like, oh yeah. Shut up! Shut up! Later they say dwarves make the best weapons and armor anyway. Yeah, but like the strongest thing? I don't know, man. Like, dude, how are like I get that dragons can't be the strongest, right? Because dragons have to be slain by the heroes, right? That's like the big thing. But like, really? Like, humans are the strongest thing? Whatever. Sounds like you're not a fan of No Game No Life. No, I'm not a fan of No Game No Life. No Game No Life is really fucking stupid. I enjoyed No Game No Life, but I didn't like No Game No Life, right? It's like, it's turn off your brain. It's like watching an action movie, chat. No Game No Life is like watching an action movie. You just turn off your brain and you're like, holy shit, this is garbage. I'm gonna keep watching it. Hello, the Dark Name of $2. Human supremacy, humans number one. Background noise, $2. Pathetic ego stroking is what it is. Not applicable, $2. He can tell that dog not to come too. Don't come. Not applicable, $2. Tell that dog to come here. Here, boy. Patrick Abrahamson, $274. Any chance you'll do spider reincarnation next? Dude, I don't know. Background noise, $2. Book so boring. Chat talking about sword judges. Vice PP, $1. Pippa, that's literally you. Deadpan Sanchez, thank you for coming. Big PP, Red Remover, thank you for $5. Imagine how bully the East Guy Pro Tag without the iPhone 14 Pro would be. Shut up. Also, what does literally mean? Pippa burnout on manga now. Isekai is just. Isekai is easier to read as a manga that releases like monthly because you don't notice how bad it is. You know how you watch seasonal anime and you watch like each episode as it comes out and you're like, oh, this isn't too bad. And then you try to sit down and watch it all in one sitting and you're like, holy fuck, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. How did I watch this? How did I enjoy this? And then you think back and you're like, oh, because I completely forgot about the last episode by the time I watched the next episode. And now like sitting here trying to like comprehend this dog shit plot is frying my brain. That makes sense. More chapter 2 notes. Activating coercion. I spoke to them in a loud guttural scream. R. Listen to me, I declared to them. Once and only once, I will let this go unpunished. He's talking to the dire wolf. If you refuse to obey me, I bid you to leave here at once. I figured that'd be enough to make these dogs scamper off. I was wrong. We pledge allegiance to you. And my note here was foreshadowing an empire of monsters. I feel like this is gonna go one of two ways. My initial prediction, starting on chapter 2, when I read this line, I was like, either this is gonna be he has an entire fucking empire of monsters and the humans end up becoming his enemies, or he's gonna forego all of this and he's just gonna become friends with the humans anyways. It's gonna be one or the other. I don't know which yet, but he actually does gather an empire of monsters. Okay, well. Alright. And then getting like a bit more specific, I was like, oh, maybe he'll like raise the empire of monsters or whatever, or he's gonna have this village. Oh, it's both. And then the humans are gonna like kill off everything that he's built, and then he's gonna like wage a war against the humans now that he's like alone and only has like a few characters by his side. Because again, it's a very cliche way of doing things. That happens? That happens? Why? She's really pretending she hasn't read this. I haven't! I haven't! I haven't read this! I only read book 1! This is literally what happens, and he revives them all? These things write themselves! Holy shit, they do! Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. So cliche. Now I'm definitely not gonna continue reading. Fuck that, dude! Now I'm actually not gonna fucking continue reading. There's a few moments in here where I'm like foreshadowing, and then it happens, and I'm like, yep. Cupcakes named $5. Too many isekai try to copy Mushoku Tensei without any of the maturity or character development. Ascended Weaving or 333. You need to read Mushoku Tensei if you want good isekai. Aquamarine Joke Book named $2. You should watch Mushoku Tensei. It's really good. Oh my god, 3 super chats from 3 different people about the same thing. T90M, then your $1 fan base called 𝐾𝐡𝐚𝐭 hasn't featured Spice and Wolf in Book Club. Shaking my head. Ah, true. Bruzo, thank you for $5. At time I was reincarnated as schizophrenic girl VTuber. Authentic Anaya Fox, thank you $2. Isekai is stuff to turn your brain off like wuxia. Yeah. Yeah. A Walt Read, thank you $5 Canadian. If you haven't seen Read ReZero, you should. It's the best isekai in my opinion, hands down. Web novel's great. I can't believe it fucking happens. Oh my god, I fucking called it. That was like a more specific thing where I was like, maybe this is like a little bit too specific to really like predict. But holy shit. Content that you're $5. Digimon Adventures in Isekai. It is. Another thing is, the one and all thing was something the previous boss never quite fully believed in, as Ranga explained. If he had, that battle might have gone in a different direction. Ragna, by the way, Ragna is the wolf that ends up becoming the new alpha of the pack. Ranga, meanwhile, had already gained full control over his pack, it seemed, allowing them to all evolve from Dire Wolf to Tempest Wolf. Well, my question was, type of species or reference to the Tempest name? There's a few moments in this book where it's like, you over-explain everything, and then you forget to explain other things. I couldn't tell if Tempest Wolf is supposed to be because it's like Rimuru last name is Tempest because he was given the name Rimuru by Veldron the Tempest Dragon, the Storm Dragon, and his like last name is like Tempest, or that's like his element. Tempest, not Tempest. So then the Tempest Wolves, it's not clear if they're called Tempest Wolves because that's his last name and they like adopted part of his identity, or if that's just the natural evolution. But it does get explained that when monsters evolve, they take on aspects of the person who named or evolved them or of their environment. Which makes things even more confusing because they talk about... It kind of creates a bit of a plot hole. Or maybe I'm just stupid and I don't fucking understand. It was both, they mentioned fire and water wolves. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about next. They talk about how in the forest... Okay. They talk about how there are black wolves. After Dire Wolf is the Black Wolf. But then... the other types of wolves, right? So these are Tempest Black Wolves, right? And that means they have like a purple sheen to their coat. But then they talk about in the forest there are green wolves. And in fiery areas, like volcanic areas, there's like red wolves. And it's like, so are they black wolves or are they green wolves? How does this make any sense? And then he makes like a special note and other characters are confused because the black wolf, the Tempest Wolves, have like the purple sheen to them because they're Tempest wolves. And then people are like, oh, why does that black wolf look kind of different? Which implies that the other elemental wolves do not have the different color sheens. Please call them wolves of color, Pippa. Okay, the wolves of color do not make any fucking sense. His on language doors, Isekai equals zzz, watch Simple Gear instead. Peek. Why is it different? There's dire wolves. Green wolves are green. Tempest is fire plus water. Red plus blue equals purple. That doesn't help! It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Unless he specifically... I don't know why he would point this out at the same time as pointing out that they're black wolves. Because later on, he points out... Like he's... At that moment, he's talking about black wolves. He's talking about how the dire wolves evolve into black wolves. And then he's like, oh, but then in the forest, there's green wolves. The dire wolves earlier on were not green wolves, and they were in the fucking forest! So he's not talking about the pre-evolution to black wolves. What? It doesn't make any sense! He didn't think this through at all, chat! They came from out of the forest, bro? Then why are they just dire wolves? They came to the magical forest. Yeah, okay. The wolves came to the magical forest because there was a lot of like shit going on there, right? The big bad dragon disappeared. Rimuru eats the dragon to hide him, and that's how he escapes the cave. So these dire wolves are nomadic? Bro, what? The forest is magic due to the storm dragon. They're going to be Tempest wolves regardless. Bro, I don't fucking... This is back into green. Ah! Derek, see nothing wrong with that. Ever tried to review Western Isekai web novels like The Wandering Inn? I have not. Did not give anything to realize. If you think about it, Death Note is Isekai. Ryuk is from a different world. Ryuk's from like a different plane. I don't think he's from a different world. Derek, see nothing wrong with that. Oh, I read that. Non-applicable thing. $2. 15% of... Oh, shut up. Glow in the dark thing for $5. Since he has dragons stored in his stomach, most of the power used in naming monsters comes from the dragon, so they can gain its ability sometimes. Mystery I think $1. For what is essentially a parody series, Konosuba somehow continues to be the only good Isekai. Breezy Love Machine taking $5. Inside you, there are two wolves. One is gay, and the other one is also gay. Mystery thank you for the $1. For what is essentially... Oh, I read that. Rash Baby, thank you for $1. Pip, I love book clubs because you get hung up on the stupidest shit that you make confusing for no reason. Love you. Thank you. Parody's easier to write. I highly disagree with that. I think parody is the hardest thing to do well. Because if you don't have a deeply nuanced understanding of what you are parodying, it comes off as just another dog shit iteration of that genre. Or it comes off as a really shitty joke, laughing at something that it doesn't understand, so the jokes don't make any fucking sense. I think parody is really fucking difficult to do well. Anyways. Another chapter 2 note. I was like, nice that the goblins didn't become OP as immediately, because they start building these houses, basically. And they get upgraded with magic, and I kind of expected, oh man, he turned these goblins into hobgoblins by giving them names, which enhanced their power. And that's what turned them into hobgoblins. Now they're gonna be like a super smart society, and they're gonna do everything for him, and he's just gonna leave. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. They take time to grow. But then they also kind of do exactly the thing that I praised not happening. Because he finds out he can give them titles, and when they get titles, they develop the ability to do the thing that they're named after well. And I'm just sitting there like, oh fuck. Aw, fuck that. He names one of the goblins the King Goblin. He doesn't like make his name King Goblin, he just gives that title. He tells one of the goblins, you are now the King Goblin, and these other goblins are Goblin Lords. And then he becomes even stronger and more intelligent, and it's like, oh my god. I don't like the title thing. I don't. I think it's kind of a neat concept, and maybe it would do better in another world, or with a different author that's willing to give it a bit more nuance or something, or if it was portrayed more lightheartedly, I guess. But gotta run. Pip, thanks for the stream. Plus Randall, thank you for subbing. Bye! Cryoside. You should have been more creative naming things. Yeah, at that point, like he could have looked at all the goblins right then, and he could have been like, okay, that's the Goblin King, that's the Goblin Researcher, that's the Goblin Farmer. But yeah, whatever. Whatever, it's still dumb. It's dumb, it's just a dumb concept all around. Maybe if the titles had a bit more, like, weight to them in terms of, like, their cost. Like, maybe if it was, like, more of a big deal. I don't know. I think of titles in, like, video games, right? And you know how, like with Mabinogi, a monster, when it's not killed by any players for a certain number of in-game days, it becomes White Spider the Ancient. When you don't summon one of your pets for like a week, it gets the title the Needy or whatever. I forget what the title is. But basically, like, things have to happen for them to get the titles. But in this, he just gives them the title and it turns them into that thing. And it's like, what? At that point, oh, the Attention Seeker. Yeah, that's the title of Mabinogi. Anyways, at that point, why don't you go around why don't you go around and you name all of your goblins as being kings? Why don't you give them all that title? Listen, if I had a fucking goblin village, alright, I would line up a set to be like the warriors, and I'd be like, alright, you're goblin number 1, the God Slayer. There you go. Only one king? Well, there can be a bunch of God Slayers. Takes too much mana? Dude, just like wait it out. Like he has to like recharge for a little bit of time after doing a bunch of names. So he can just keep doing that. He'll get put on the cooldown, wait for the cooldown to pop, and then he'll be like, you're the God Slayer. Yeah, number 2, you're also the God Slayer. Wait for cooldown. Number 3, you're the God Slayer. No, wait for the cooldown. Number 4, you're the God Slayer. There you go, motherfucker! I just made you a huge army! Jesus Christ. That would take years, Pippa. He gave a name to over 100 goblins. He named the king and it barely took anything out of him. You should just do that. He should just do that. Just wait for it to recharge. Pippa just exploited the tile system based. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Not true, but okay. What's stopping him then for doing it on a smaller scale? Okay, they don't have to be Goblin number 1, the God Slayer. How about Goblin number 1, the Advanced Researcher? How about Goblin number 2, the Foraging Expert? Goblin number 3, the Wolf Jockey Supreme. The drawbacks come in later? He literally resurrects like 100 people at one point. What is this music? Sneaky music. It's sneaky time. He missed out on naming one goblin these nuts, he did. Anyways. Goblin explodes under the weight of his own name. But Pippa, he does do that. No, he only does it for the Goblin King and the Goblin Lords! It's a waste! So anyways. Chapter 2.5. The Girl and the Titan. Page 128. There, I spotted her playing with a baby wind fox. She had been giving it food, taking care of it on the sly. And you know what my note is for this one? You know what my note is for this one, chat? Chat, my note for this one is it's going to fucking die. That's what I wrote for this. The first line of them introducing the fox, I was like, it's going to fucking die. And in my head... Oh no, it's also in my notes later on. Page 121. I had been so alone, but Pirino and Pizu were there to soothe my heart. And you know what my note was for this one? Lamau gonna die. This is so painfully cliche. Chat, you wanna guess what happened? You wanna guess what fucking happened? They both fucking die. Also, I have a note before this. When they named the fox Pizu, I made a note that just says lol. They fucking die, chat! They both fucking die! Ah! It was so... God. Rest in Pizu! Rest in Pizu, motherfucker! God, and Shizu kills him. I kind of thought maybe that would happen, and at that moment I was also thinking back to Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Two Guardians of Ga'Hoole mentions in one stream. Guardians of Ga'Hoole is one of my favorite book series. And Guardians of Ga'Hoole, this is a similar plotline that happens where a character... Kind of spoilers, I'm not gonna go too into detail, but a character like is raised to have like a specific friend, and then they have to kill that friend. And that's not like a Guardians of Ga'Hoole exclusive thing. That's something that happens in a lot of stories. But I was just thinking in a moment like, oh man, this is a Guardians of Ga'Hoole moment. There's no way. This is fucking the same thing happens in Heaven's Lost Property with Nymph killing her parakeet and shit like that. It's Kingsman shoot the dog moment. Yeah, man, I haven't thought about Guardians for so long. I read those when I was a kid. Hell yeah, brother. Chapter 3? Through the Dwarven Kingdom? Way to contradict yesterday's magical girl saga, man. Good thing he apparently never bought it in the first place. Lol. So this moment, the characters go to the Dwarven Kingdom in order to attain supplies to put together their village. Chapter 3 was my favorite. Chapter 3 was pretty fun, but the ending for it was really bad, which turns out to be a recurring thing. They go to the Dwarven Kingdom to go get supplies. They encounter trouble at the front gate. Slime Boy actually uses his brain a little bit and realizes that if he uses one of his abilities without fully understanding what it does, he might kill people. So he decides not to do that. But also, he decides to do that. So... yeah, funny that. Funny that. Nothing more I love reading than a character saying, I shouldn't do this because this will happen. And then he does a thing and it happens. So, that was a waste of my fucking time. Hell. He doesn't end up killing everyone, but he does end up using a skill without knowing what it does. Fully. And he ends up making like everybody pass out. And it's like, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that skill. Like, you know that you don't know the full extent of what your skills do, and that it's a bad idea to use them without knowing what they do. But then he does it anyways, and you're just sitting there like, why are you so fucking stupid? Like, why are you actually so fucking stupid? Also, why does the AI not chime in at this moment to be like, oh, by the way, if you do that, that's gonna have this effect. The AI likes to pick and choose what it tells him is gonna happen. It's almost like the AI is only there for plot convenience. But no, I wouldn't suspect Author-chan of being quite that lazy. Narsil, they're killing a big day! So anyways, Anyways. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they get in trouble at the front gate. They go ahead and... The AI, Read, the author, yeah. What was I saying? Oh fuck. They make trouble at the front gate. They end up getting put in prison, but it's a convenient... They're at the right time kind of thing, where he meets somebody that's like in need of help, and things work out, and he learns that he can just duplicate items infinitely. It takes mana, right? But he can... Not only can he duplicate items, but also they become stronger than they were before. Because... Fuck you. That's why. Yeah. So he duplicates a bunch of swords. The swords end up being stronger than they should be, but nobody at that moment realizes that. We don't learn that until later on, because I guess the blacksmith isn't actually a very good blacksmith. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways. So that problem is solved. They go to a bar to celebrate. They encounter the person that put that person into the bad situation to begin with. The reason why they needed the swords is because the Prime Minister guy is like, fuck you, give me swords. People are going to war, we need them, and we need them by the end of the week, or whatever the fuck. And the guy's like, oh no, I can't make that many swords by the end of the week. I can't even afford all the materials. So... That's when the slime has him make one material, and then he turns it into... He has the he has the dwarf guy that he's trying to help make one sword. The slime duplicates the swords, and then they go out to drink, and they run into the Prime Minister who had him make the swords. Who commissioned the swords. The Prime Minister is an asshole, a throwaway character that's definitely gonna appear later on as some shitty villain that like teams up with the big bad guy. Most likely. Prime Minister Vesper, I think is his name. Vesper is really fucking cliche. He even gets referred to as a typical side villain. He comes back as a friend! Oh my god, he has a redemption arc? Whoa! Okay, that's actually kind of surprising. That surprises me. Wow, he redeems himself. Okay. My prediction when I saw Vesper is I was like, oh, this guy's an asshole. He's gonna team up with the villain by the end of this. Like by the end of the series or whatever. Or he's gonna be like a midway through the story kind of villain. Where he returns and people are like, who the fuck is this guy? And then people in the comment section are like, dude, it's that guy from the first book, don't you remember? And everyone's like, no. And they're like, yeah, here's the part that he was in. And everybody, by this point, because it's been like 2 or 3 years, is like, oh! Okay. That's neat. But no. Okay. So the spoiler is that he becomes a good guy. Okay, that surprises me. Anyways. He walks in, he starts shit-talking. The guy that the slime just helped out ends up punching the Prime Minister. And then the guy is like, by the way, can you take me back to your village? Because I'm gonna get kicked the fuck out of here now. They go to court. They stand before the king. Rimuru meets an opponent, that being the king, that he actually is like, oh, you know, if I tried to fight this guy, I would actually not be able to kick his ass. He's kind of scary. They're represented by attorneys. Their attorney was paid off to lie. And in this moment, I was sitting here like, oh, this is gonna be so annoying. And yeah, it turned out to be kind of annoying. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but the attorney, he's like, yep, my client committed this crime completely unprovoked. It was a horrible tragedy. And the king is like, alright, I sentence you to 30 years in the mines. And then the guy they're not allowed to speak during the trial, because if they speak during the trial, it's considered being instantly guilty. Which doesn't make any sense. How can you, like, do you not, like, talk to your attorney? Whatever. Maybe it's just a really stupid quirk of their court system. I don't know. It's not the end of the world. But then he ends up speaking anyways after the trial is determined. And the king is like, oh, okay. Well, he just revealed the truth. Or not, oh, well. He wants to be exiled instead. So we're gonna exile him, actually. And that's my final verdict. And it's like, so what's stopping people from talking after they get their guilty trial? Like, after they get their verdict, what's stopping the person from just talking? Anyways. It's dumb. Whatever. Maybe the king would normally say, like, fuck you and kill him on sight or whatever. But I don't know. So he gets exiled. Rimmer was like, oh man, I got exiled. And apparently the king knows all along that the attorney is corrupt. Because at the end of the chapter, the king confronts the prime minister and is like, hey, I know what you did. I've been watching you do all this bad shit for all this time. And I was sitting here hoping that you would come forward someday. But you never did. And then the prime minister's like, oh, shit, you knew all along, dude? And the king's like, yeah, I knew all along. I never did anything about it because actually I'm a fucking idiot and I'm not a very good hero. And I enjoy watching other people's lives be ruined by your fucking, jealousy and greed. Get out of my sight. And it's like, okay, so actually if you knew that, then why did you sentence that guy to exile? Because then he lambasted the prime minister. He's like, you just made me an enemy of this guy who actually made these stupidly OP swords and, like, made these potions that are 99% pure. Our potions are only 98% pure. And it's like, you didn't have to put that guy on exile. You didn't have to sentence him to 30 years in the mine, and you didn't have to exile him. If you knew all along, maybe you should have shown in that moment to the slime that you knew is stupidly powerful, hey, I can see what's going on here. I'm not a foolish king. Let me help you out. But think of the plot, Pippa. Yeah, think of the plot. Sorry, my bad. It's like that. It doesn't fucking make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you put yourself on bad terms with somebody that could help you tremendously, and you're well aware of that fact? I mean, if he does that, Pippa, he causes a revolt in the kingdom. How? How does he... That's not... There were witnesses! There's fucking witnesses to what actually happened! If you want to make a grand show of things, you bring in the witnesses, have them testify, and be like, this is actually, I knew all along my prime minister was betraying me, and I'm gonna make an example out of him, and I'm gonna kill him! Maybe he doesn't have to kill him, but it's just an idea. I don't know. It makes sense later. Oh, shut up. All those witnesses would be bought out. Not if the prime minister didn't know that they were going to testify. If the king brings in the witnesses, he's like, listen, my prime minister guy has been out to get this one guy for a really long time and has lied and ruined this guy's life. I'm gonna bring the witnesses in. They're gonna tell me what actually happened, and if he acts up, I'm gonna call them in and it's gonna be a big dramatic show. But no, I guess the king is actually just fucking stupid, and yeah. Okay. At what cost? What do you mean at what cost? Just read 99 more books, it'll make sense. Yeah, well, yeah. It's about appearing tough. So appear tough by executing your prime minister for lying to you. Be like, yo, my prime minister has been lying to me and trying to make a fool out of me all this time. This is what happens when you try to make a fool out of me and kill the prime minister. Done. Just gotta believe. Shut up. James Jameson, thank you for 570. Sup, Pippa? Have you looked into Gun Gale online for book club? The main character is a pink rabbit with a P90. So she's literally you. It's also not an isekai. Gun Gale online. I watched the anime for that. It was really nice. He's a really old hero, probably set in his ways, set in being a fucking idiot. Oh, that's sad. And the document, I think $10 ordered your document cover and it came today. It opened it thinking it was for him. He expects you and I to get married by the end of the year. Call me. Oh my god. Official Jackie Chan Adventures fan club, thank you for $2. Never read Slime, but Overlord mid AF. Oh, we're gonna piss off chat. Background noise, $2. Did Philip J. Fry write this book? Last thing, $1. I think it's weak tea criticism to be like, well, I read this happening before, so it's lame. For someone like you and a lot of people nowadays that consume a lot of media, you need to at least learn to deal with it. Okay, I can learn to deal with it when it's done well. If you write it in a way where it's like, oh, I see this is gonna happen, but like, it's done well, then it doesn't fucking matter. I fucking love Shield Hero, and Shield Hero has a bunch of cliches in it. Shield Hero, it's like, oh, he's gonna buy the little slave girl, and they're gonna become, like, fucking lovers eventually. Oh boy. Oh wow. The evil bitch isn't gonna learn the error of her ways. Oh, it's gonna be a typical revenge story, where Naofumi is gonna get back at the kingdom that slighted him. Yar-ni-har. Right? But they did it in a way that's actually compelling, so I don't fucking hate it. Shield Hero first season was good, but second season was boring. Yeah, I heard that a lot. Have you read Berserk yet? Nope. What's another example? Oh! Okay, here's one that's incredibly cliche. Here's one of the most cliche fucking stories ever, but I really enjoy it. My life as a villainess. All routes lead to doom. Really fucking cliche story. It's really cliche. It's like, ah, she gets reborn in another world and she's a villainess. But actually, she's not doing anything bad. But like, the other characters try to set her up as though she is bad. It's like, it's done a million times in a bunch of other isekai. But it's written well, so it's enjoyable. I tried watching the anime and got bored halfway through. Seemed fine. I really enjoyed it. I never watched the last episode because I didn't want it to end. Young Garrison, thank you $2. Spear Hero was painfully stupid. Red Remover, thank you $2. The title sounds like Pippa's autobiography. But yeah, there's lots of stories out there that have a ton of overlap with other stories, or they have like very obvious cliches. And you know what? I also hate the opposite of this. When something is trying so hard to be subversive that it becomes annoying. It's not the fact that other stories do it or that it's a cliche. It's just the fact that it's poorly done and highly predictable. Like what? Okay, what's an example of something being like really subversive? My Little Pony. My Little Pony kept trying to subvert your expectations. They were like, oh my god, but what if all these other... Okay, oh, we defeated all the villains before, and that was bad. Actually, we're gonna start saving the villains. Actually, the villains can be redeemed. Get fucked! And it's like... This is terrible. It was fine when the... It's fucking My Little Pony. Like, you put too much thought into trying to like make this not just like My Little Pony. You're like, oh, we have a lot of adults watching. We gotta try and pander to the bronies. And it's like, stop trying to pander to the bronies. We liked it when it was just a regular kids show. That was cute. Go back to the other thing that you were doing. This shit sucks. This. Oh, it's not just a kids' cartoon. We have world building. Oh yeah, we got fucking villain redemption. It's just trying to be subversive just for the sake of being subversive is annoying. I don't think so. $1. Hi Pippa, could you please control F for the term I read somewhere and read that sentence? I don't think I have control F in this ebook. Surprising $2. I knew Pippa was a horse girl. Shut up. Send a weaving and they're my homie. Our father is giving free pepinas cleaning for every Mushoku Tensei recommendation. I recommend Mushoku Tensei. Oh my fucking god. Antonio Linger 139. Does chat have the needy title then? Yes. Glow in the dark. Think of the $5. Monsters are perfect workforce. You're the plumber transforms into plumber goblin. Exactly! The almighty Lily thing $5. Berserk remains peak Japanese fantasy. The protag fought like hell for 360 chapters. Just for everything to get yoinked from under his feet because God himself hates him. Oh. Nighttime Lime thing is 389. Too many overlapping effects. It's way I read Goblin Slayer and Yojo Senki. No overly complex abilities. Winchester Log thing for $5. Mushoku Tensei. Tensei is one of the finest isekai out there. I highly recommend. Not really isekai, but Slice and Wolf is high quality fantasy. Mr. Hero thing $1. Oh, okay. I read that. And Skinakachi thing for $5. If you want something to complain about, try in another world with my smartphone. He's literally has God's phone number. Oh my god. Official Jackie Chan Adventures fan club thing at $2. Read Killer Shark Isekai. Jaws Kill Dragon Quest. What? What's like a... I feel like an isekai, right? A common thing that they try to do to not be cliche is they try and make one of the villains actually like a super sympathetic character. Right? They're like, oh, this isn't your typical isekai villain. They actually have a sad backstory. Yeah! And you're sitting here like, yeah, but it's still dog shit. What? Like, you made me hate this person. It's not gonna... You explaining that they were beat to near death as a child and then lost all their limbs in an earthquake, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. That doesn't make me like them. Sympathetic villains, I feel like they're getting rare these days. Maybe it's just in the crap that I read. I don't know. You smelting you're the $2. Hey Pippa, have you read the 1632 series? I have not. Is that subversive or its own trope at this point? I read once Eastern media just loves to redeem villains and recruit them. I think it's the intention of the author, right? And you can kind of get a feel for the general intention while you're reading the story. Okay, where was I in my notes? Okay, here's another example. Okay, I'm going on about this subversive thing like way too much, but I really want to fucking argue with you, Vash. Another like... So what they did was cliche, right? Having the friend and the dog, the wind fox, get killed after trying to create artificial attachment to those characters and being like a anchor for Shizu, like, oh, this is finally something to live for. If they had tried to flip it on its head and be like, well, actually, those characters don't die and they end up beating the Demon King together, that would have been dumb. That would have felt like a waste of time. Anyways, that's $1. That's a fine explanation. People was pretty much beating you into saying that. Saying lol cliché is one of my pet peeves. Oh my god. Have you read any of the Junji Ito stories? I have. Subvert my expectations by writing a good story. Exactly. Pippa, you read web novel? Oh, fuck no. Fuck no, I don't read web novel. Hell no. I used to read fan fiction. I'm not sitting through that shit again. Dude, I'm not sitting through fucking waiting for like weekly/monthly updates for shit again. Fuck that, dude. No. No, dude, what the fuck? Hell no. Dude, short form writing like that is some of the worst shit ever, dude. That's how Sword Art Online came to be. And I don't think $1. Page 38 on my version for the I read somewhere. Search before the paragraph begins with true. I suppose it'd be hard to explain. Crossover meaning eventually does the Reincarnated as a slime light novel explain why Rimuru faked the rage and why he beats the engineer. Faked the rage and beat the engineer. What engineer? What I don't know what part of the story this is. Engineer. What? Look it up, 38? Is this gonna be like a D's nuts joke or something? God, where's page 38? I don't know why my brain read that as 78 initially. 38. Oh wait, I can search. Okay, I read somewhere. I certainly couldn't manage it. I read somewhere that... I forgot about this. I forgot about this. I certainly couldn't manage it. I read somewhere that Helen Keller learned how to speak only by following cues she learned before going deaf at age 2. Maybe I could use my knowledge of Earth to harness this magic sense thing to figure out what the world around me was like. Worth a shot, I guess. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Oh my fucking god. Shut the fuck up. I fucking hate you, and I hate this book for mentioning Helen Keller. Shows up in the strangest places, it fucking does. This fucking book is bullshit. Tarajing for $5. Unpopular take. ReZero is garbage because the MC basically has a superpower and can't die, but is a little bitch who never abuses it when he should. I haven't read or watched ReZero. I own a figure of Rem in a sheep outfit though. Random already, $2. The isekais and their lies. I know. Charm, I think it's 250. Random, I know, but have you heard Netflix is remaking Teletubbies? I have not. I'm not gonna watch it. James Jameson, thinking $2. Doesn't have a search function, huh? Shut up. The entire point of ReZero is that the MC is a little bitch, though. I feel like if you're dying over and over... Again, I haven't seen or watched ReZero, so this is just my prediction or my assumption on things. If you're dying over and over, I would assume that's gonna mentally fuck you up. I don't think that's the kind of thing where somebody's like, yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm gonna do a bunch of shit that, like, I wouldn't normally do because I know that I can't die. Right? If you're actually, like, feeling the pain and you have memories of it happening, I would assume it'd be highly traumatic. Just like how, like, abuse in real life. Just because something happens to you, somebody hurts you, you're like, well, I know that they're not actually gonna kill me, so this time I'm gonna stand up against them, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that, or well, this person hasn't hurt me, so I'm gonna act as normal, right? It's not how that works. Bad things happening to you fucks up your brain. It creates, like, actual changes in your brain. So if anything, the story is more realistic for not having the character do shit like that. There's actually a story that I started reading that I think I'm gonna drop because it's kind of bad. But it has a similar premise. Resetting Lady is a story about a character who has been isekai'd into this world, and initially she, like, finds love in it and everything, and she subverts everything, and then she ends up dying anyways. And then she's restarts back at this one point. She does things differently. She dies a different way. She does things again differently. She dies again. And, like, no matter what she does, she just keeps going back. If she lives a happy life, she goes back. If she lives a bad life, she goes back. But in the end, she keeps dying. And the continuous, like, dying fucks up her brain, and she becomes insane, and she starts murdering people. Which is interesting, but it's not very well done, so... It's kind of a shitty comic. Sounds good. You can try reading it. Again, the name of it is called Resetting Lady. It's not very good in my opinion. The characters are not very likable. And just overall, it's just not very compelling. It's just not a very compelling story. It's an interesting premise, but it's not done well, I feel like. Obviously, you change, but the whole become insane thing is always convenient writing for shock value. Yeah. But anyways, understanding your $10. About the slime one, I read the manga and I honestly like it better than the anime. I feel it depicted a lot more of the emotional scene better. The Helen Keller scene? What? I know I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but she looks insane in the images I found. Yeah. I'll get back to my notes. Could you do more short rant videos like the iPhone one? They're hilarious. Oh, sure. I like complaining about stupid shit that doesn't matter. Flashing at $1. I enjoy arguing in book club when you say gooby stuff, but can we read something good next time? No! We can only read shit books because I need content to yell about on stream! Actually, I went into this one thinking that it was gonna be really good. I went into this one thinking that it was gonna be good because there's no bad reviews about it. I looked this book up. 0 1-star reviews. So I was like, this is actually gonna be good. What the hell? And when I was reading it, I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty interesting. There's some like dumb parts. But overall, my thought by the end of it is like, yeah, that was okay, I guess. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. It's just more mediocre isekai trash. It's isekai, it can only be so good. Disagree! I think isekai has a lot of potential. I started to run a little sparse here on notes. Chapter 3. Time to build a thought communication space for us. I was getting kind of annoyed by this point that the story over-explained some things and then didn't explain other things. And a very good example of that, I feel like, is the thought communication space. I don't understand what the fuck that was. I don't understand how he can make... He talks about, like, making a device so they can speak with each other telepathically. But he doesn't explain anything that it is or, like, what he's doing exactly. He just kind of says that they're gonna do it and then they do it. And I don't understand what the full... I don't know what happened there. But he's like, oh, and now with the communication device, we can speak to each other telepathically from half a mile away. What did you do? Like, like what is this? I don't understand. Like what it lets you communicate telepathically, but like what he invents radios? I don't know. I don't know. It's just like these couple paragraphs where they're like, yeah, we made a thought communication space, and he talks about like helmets. It does. I don't understand what he actually did. Like, I came out of that not understanding what exactly happened in that situation. Radio telepathy, that's kind of what I got the feel for, but somebody just said it doesn't happen in the manga, so I'm guessing the other people didn't get it either. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then right after that, I have another nitpick. They're talking about a tempest serpent inside the cave. Is that the black serpent? The dire wolves became black wolves. And are also tempest wolves. Yes, it was. Why is it called a tempest serpent by everybody else? If it's the same serpent, yeah, he ate the serpent. Why is it called a tempest serpent by everybody else, but then in his system and what he refers to it instinctively is black snake? A snake and a serpent are not typically the same thing. They're a little bit of a difference there. It was a spawn from the storm dragon. Yeah. Oh god, again! I don't... Translation error? Maybe. Maybe it was a translation issue. But yeah. The other character, like the officials refer to it as being a tempest serpent. Maybe I'm crazy. Hold on. Define serpent, not serpentine. I tend to associate serpents with like mythological, like enhanced snakes. Okay, Google just says a large snake. So maybe black snake, maybe it's the same thing. I just associate serpent with like really fucking big snake, I guess, but I don't know. It's different in my brain, but I guess it's not actually different. So that's just my nitpick. But regardless, it's dumb to me that it's called a tempest serpent and then black snake in the same book. I feel like if there is an official name for things and there's like a world AI that can like say what things are specifically named, then it would just be called the thing that it's specifically named, right? That's like if... So this world is clearly based off of like a video game. So if you go into a video game and you have a monster called Black Serpent and you have a monster called Tempest Serpent, that's like a world boss name, right? That's gonna be like a really fucking huge snake. And then if you have a mob called Black Snake, it's gonna be like a pretty, like a larger than average snake that is black. But it's still just a snake. Versus like serpent, like it's different connotations in my head. But regardless, in a video game, you wouldn't refer to a monster by two different names like that. Not everyone can hear the AI though. No, but there's like a world language that like explains these things. Or explains like level ups and shit. And it's supposed to be... The AI is supposed to repeat the knowledge that it also gains from like other people and shit. I thought. I don't know. Why would the AI tell him it's a black snake? Why would the AI say it's not a video game? It's based on a video game. There's fucking titles. There's skills. I don't know. Well, there's a difference between a common reptile and a dragon. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking, right? Like, that's kind of... It's like if you say wolf, it's a wolf or it's a dire wolf. Well, a dire wolf is a wolf, right? But like if you think of a dire wolf, you're not gonna think of a regular wolf. If you say that's a yellow wolf, and then you say that's a yellow dire wolf, you're thinking two different things, right? I don't know. Just a nitpick, but it's just one of those little things that kind of takes me out of the story, and it's like... Whatever. John Wayne, thank you for 420. Read any Western comics recently? I enjoyed reading Batman Black and White, especially the Riddler's game, where the comic is a choose-your-own book, but you have to think outside the box to beat the Riddler. Well, that sounds fun. I don't think I've read any Western comics recently. Vash Baby thing, will I enjoy... I read that. This is a nitpick that only exists because of your own misunderstanding, but it's like... Wait, okay, Google, serpent, a large snake. And he calls the black snake a black snake. They call it a tempest serpent. It's two different names, man. 𝐶𝐚𝐭, thank you for 242. Are you looking forward to Cyberpunk Edge Runners? No, but I'll watch it when it comes out. Whatever! Chapter 4. No point in dwelling on that scenario. If we got wrecked, we could always just rebuild. And my comment was shitty town design. He designs his town in the shape of a cross, which feels like a very stupid thing. Like an incredibly stupid thing to do. I don't know why you would do it like that. I don't know what possible benefit you could have to build a town in a cross shape. Lots of borders. Yeah, there's lots of borders. there's a central road, right? Where everything's gonna be excessively busy? Like... easy to travel? I guess. He's an office worker, not a city planner. A circle is king. Yeah, why wouldn't you just do a circle? That was my initial thought. Either do it in a circle or do it in a triangle shape, right? Preferably with only one entrance. Why would you build it in a fucking cross shape? What does that benefit you? I have lived in towns that have one main road and then everything is built on the side. The fucking traffic sucks. Getting anywhere is fucking impossible. It's so just stupidly busy and annoying. And then when like there's an accident or something happens or whatever, it's a fucking nightmare to deal with. I know they're not like on that large of a scale, but it's like, where's the entrance of a triangle? It can be on any of the sides. That's what settlers used to do. They used to build like triangular forts and shit. Stay away from Washington, D.C. I don't know. It's... they don't have cars, Pippa. I know. I just acknowledge the fact that it's not on that large of a scale. But the point is that it's just a waste. It's harder to defend. It takes longer to do anything. There's gonna be a lot of congestion in that one area. And then everything else is just gonna be just out in the open. It doesn't... if you have the option to build a city, why would you not put even the slightest bit of thought? Why? Also, he built it next to the cave? The only good thing I can think about that is the fact that there's water sources in there, but like, that's a really fucking stupid decision if you think about it for even more than like a second, right? You're building it next to a giant cave that had a dragon sealed away inside of it, which means that people know the location of the cave, and people might be periodically going to go check on the cave. Potentially, you don't know. You don't know. And there's a lot of really dangerous monsters inside the cave, which means that you're putting your civilians at risk of being attacked by the large monsters that come out of the cave. If they do come out of the cave, which he doesn't know. Cave is for the monsters. What if he leaves town? His fucking civilians might get attacked by the fucking monsters. But the caves have precious healing potions, potion herbs. He can duplicate as many of those as he wants. It's like, no, that was the point. No one went there because of the dragon. But he knows that the dragon's gone. You realize when you think... fuck, I missed that. Who cares what you said? When you realize that you think it better than the author, it's a little depressing, but you get it. I mean, I don't think I think it better. I think it just does. Oh, he can only make things from the materials he gathers. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh wait, yeah, okay, that makes more sense because he has to swallow up all the materials. Okay, that makes sense. But still, man. Like, your civilians don't need to be next to the cave for that. You can go to the cave with like an expedition party, and then you're not endangering all of your other civilians. It was really dumb to me. It was just really dumb. High risk, high reward. Placement, scary strong monsters, but the strong leathers and scales and meat must be good. But why would you live next to it? First thing before 20, you should read The Shadow Year 1 as far as Western comics goes. Man, I'm never gonna remember any of these by the end of the stream. I appreciate the recommendations, but I'm not gonna remember these. And like just a name isn't enough to go off of. Chapter 4? Oh wait, no. Yeah, chapter 4. I'm glad to meet you, Rimuru. My name is Cabal, the leader of this band. My note here was missed opportunity. How can you introduce yourself as being named Cabal and you don't say, hey, my name's Cabal and I'm the ringleader of this Cabal? Missed opportunity. I didn't appreciate it at all. Missed opportunity. Chapter 4. And so they badmouthed their guild leader. Or their guild master without a care in the world. I almost felt sorry for the guy. I just marked that down because it reminded me of everyone in Face Connect shit talking. Sakana. We're always dunking on our boss. He did not say he was Cabalin. 0 out of 10. Chapter 4 again. Use unique skill Predator. Yes, no? And then he remarks, that'll be a big ol' yes, please. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. And that marks the end of my notes. As time went on, my vision started to get blurry. And I was just kind of bored. My vision was really blurry. I was really fucking bored. I kept getting distracted by every little thing. I just didn't enjoy it. After chapter 4, all that happens is he's a human now. Yeah, he gets a human form. He has no genitals. It's... yeah. Chapter 4 was a drag. Ironically, it got worse the more that happened. It got more boring the more that happened. Like, all of a sudden, all this big stuff... I had more fun reading about him going to the Dwarven Kingdom and building his little goblin empire. The second, like, the people were introduced and it was like, oh, we should... Shizu's fucking sad and oh, I took on her memories and I ate her and blah 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 blah, whatever. It's fucking boring. It's just fucking boring, chat. It was fucking boring. I didn't care. The writer is pretty decent at making like a little slice of life story. But the second he tries to transition from slice of life to like high action fantasy, it gets bad. He's just not good at it. I don't like it feels mean, but I feel like it should be like the opposite, right? I feel like it should be easier to write something like action rather than slice of life, but no. World building is great though, plot is a bit meh. My final thoughts on the world building is that it was mediocre. It feels like it was just ripped from a game world. The world doesn't have anything new or innovative about it. It doesn't have anything that makes me go, oh wow, I'm curious about these people. Oh wow, I wonder what these people are like. Oh wow, I wonder... oh man. My only question about the world is, are humans actually the most powerful thing? Because that's what Rimuru states early on. I'm pretty curious if humans just are that cliche. But they are not. They are? Oh, game misanswered. Dragons are? Well, the first dragon we meet got put in a cave by a human, so I don't know. Changing genres can be hit or miss. I think that's a big problem in general, is it changed genres. I feel like if this was just like a very chill, like... what's that slice and life... or not, what's that Spice and Wolf version that has like demons and shit? The Demon King... or Demon Merchant Life, whatever the fuck that show was called. I can never remember the name of it. Oh, that one, yeah. That was pretty decent when it was just about being a Spice and Wolf clone. But that was a part-timer. No, it's the Spice and Wolf alternative, basically, where they're in like a... Mount Yusha, I think that's the name. Hero be mine, I refuse. Yeah, the one where the Demon Queen wants the hero to... yeah, to be like her husband, and they... I never finished the anime. I was watching it as it aired and I got sidetracked. But it was pretty good. It's pretty good. It's basically like Spice and Life, but Spice and Wolf, but it's Did I say Spice and Life? Spice and Wolf, but it's demons. I think Mount Ayusha was Spice and Wolf's first novel or something. Ah. But sounds like you need a drink. Oh my god. I'm brain damage. That one sucked. I thought it was pretty good. Anyways, I forgot where I was going with this. What was I saying? When things are just like straight up slice of life and they don't try to expand, I really enjoy it, right? If the Spice and Wolf falls apart later on, does it? You know, like, I feel like the weakest part of every series is when they feel obligated to do the thing that's gonna get them sales. But in the end, they have to do the thing that's gonna get them sales, otherwise it wouldn't be an anime. It wouldn't be published. Which is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Cause like you guys talked about, The Devil is a Part-Timer. That's a classic example. The Devil is a Part-Timer is a fun show until it gets to the end, and then it turns into like action combat, and I'm sitting there like, oh fuck, dude. Oh fuck, I don't care about this. I understand that this is like the logical conclusion to this whole thing, and it's what like the people that were funding this wanted to see, but like, dude, no, who the fuck cares, dude? Easily the most forgettable part of it all. I hate, like, don't be a hater, I'm gonna be a hater. The second it turns into like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna fulfill on that promise of having like cool demons fight and shit, and it's like, no, you didn't need to make that promise. You don't need, this doesn't need to happen. And then it becomes like all serious and shit, and then it ends on like a light-hearted note, and you're like, holy fuck, you wasted my time. You wasted my time. You made the stakes too high. You scaled it too much. Dropped season 2 of Part-Timer. I didn't even know there was a season 2. I never watched that. I only watched season 1. Sometimes you don't need super high stakes to tell an enjoyable story. You don't. You don't. Oh my god. That's one of the main things I hate about anime. Is it feels like everything has to be like a cataclysmic, world-ending kind of ending. Like world-ending is a possibility kind of ending, and it's like, oh, season 2 is just airing. Oh. And I'm just like, dude, it doesn't need to be that. I don't know. Yeah, now everyone's disappointed. Yeah, the people who came here thinking it was gonna be high action were like, I just sat through fucking 10 episodes of slice of life shit, and then the people that came there for the slice of life shit watched the final episode and they're like, this doesn't have anything to do with what I was just watching. What the fuck? First thing is the 420. I thought Najima did its genre change from harem rom-com to action adventure really well, honestly. Yeah, I couldn't get past the harem rom-com. I think Najima is a fucking dog shit show, and I thought it was really weird that he's like, I don't remember, he's like a child, right? He's like a child, and he like has to kiss these girls in order to gain their power or whatever. I thought that was weird. I thought that was really fucking weird. I'm pretty lenient, I'd say, with like I enjoyed Oremo. I think Kirino and her brother is an acceptable ending. But with that one, I was like, I don't know, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird. Kissing girls is weird. It's like, I don't know. Gender double standards? No, because I also had an issue with it with... Oh wait, that's not double standard. I don't know. I feel like it's just a presentation, maybe. I don't know, but like... Please, Teacher? That's another one that was kind of like just a bit too far to me. When I watch Please, Teacher, there's like a scene where like the teacher girl gets like molested by somebody, and then the love interest guy is just like, yo, calm down, bitch. And it's like, Maybe I'm not as chill with things as I thought I was. I don't fucking know. Like, there's like... there's just like some moments in anime where it's like, man, am I actually like more like political than I thought I was or something? Like, this just doesn't hit right, dude. This just doesn't fucking hit right. I don't know, dude. Fuck it off, dude. I don't know. Pippa's getting old? I watched that when I was younger, man. I watched that when I was a lot younger. What about onegai twins? Never watched that. It's anime for boys, Pippa. I enjoy plenty of anime for boys. Heaven's Lost Property is a fucking banger. Heaven's Lost Property is a fucking banger. And it didn't have those like weird vibes that I got from the other shit, man. Fuck. What was political about that though? I don't know. I don't know like how to describe it. I liked Kiss X Sis. I didn't completely understand what was happening when I watched it, but what are some other ones? Ancient Magus's Bride? I thought Ancient Magus's Bride is really fucking boring. Ancient Magus's Bride was really fucking boring. I feel like I should have liked it, but I just didn't. Darling in the Franxx? I love Darling in the Franxx. I really like Darling in the Franxx. I thought it was a cute touch that in Darling of the Franxx, there's that one girl that like can't become like she can't be compatible with the main guy when they're in the Franxx, right? And they get like she gets like sent off, and her thing gets attacked and shit. And then at the end, it's like, aw, she couldn't become compatible with the other guy because the Franxx thing is like an allegory, kind of, for like sex. Like it's a very like sexual thing, and she's girlfriends with the research scientist lady. Oh wait, what? Maybe she was the research scientist, and then the other girl that she's like shown at the end with is the one that like got hurt. I don't know. I thought it was cute. I thought that was like a nice little bit of world building that was just snuck in there, you know? I thought like I like shit like that. Stuff that's like just a nice little touch. It's like, oh, yeah, she can only be Lebanese with girls. It was cute. Well, no, snuck. Well, it's only shown for a couple seconds at the end, and they don't mention it. What about Yona of the Dawn? It's dog shit. Yona of the Dawn is fucking dog shit, dude. I fucking hated Yona of the Dawn. It's like, oh my god, I'm a poor innocent damsel. Oh, by the way, I'm badass. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna become badass. Oh my god. And then there's like a guy that's gonna like, he's like, won't I fall in love with him? But I can't fall in love with him because I have feelings for the obviously bad guy or whatever. I don't know. I dropped that shit after like 2 episodes. That was fucking bad. That was so bad. Kotaro Lives Alone. Netflix keeps trying to recommend that to me, and I never watch it because it doesn't look like fun. I hope that wasn't your favorite dude. I didn't have any favorite dudes in Yona of the Dawn because it's a fucking dog shit anime. You know what else is a dog shit anime? Fucking, oh, fuck. I forget the name. It was so bad. Did you watch Kimono Friends? Kimono Friends based! Sergeant Frog? I love Sergeant Frog. Dude, Sergeant Frog was so amazing. What was... Oh, fuck. I'm trying to remember. It was like... She's like Snow White. I don't remember the name. But it gave me like Yona of the Dawn vibes. The Snow White with the red hair, some shit like that. It's like the fucking bottom of the barrel fucking shoujo shit, dude. Snow White with the red hair. Or of the red hair? Yeah, whatever. That shit. Have you seen Lane, Pippa? I have not. Speaking of Darling in the Franxx, new and watching Cyberpunk 2077 anime next week. Also made by Trigger. I'll watch it. Have you watched 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 𝐬𝐿? I have not. Stupid question, but Persona 4 anime? Nope. I don't know anything about Persona 4 other than the fact that they sometimes dance. Made in Abyss movie broke me? I'm really scared to watch Made in Abyss because I know it's gonna upset me. When's something you $2? I'm a fan since I appreciate your take on things. So thank you. Gurren Lagann? I started it and I never finished it. I feel like that's kind of sacrilege because a lot of people really like Gurren Lagann, but it just didn't click with me. I'm sorry. And then I never watched the other thing that they made either. That's in the same universe. Or maybe it's not the same universe. Maybe it's just like an homage or something. The Promare or whatever the fuck. I think it's called Promare. And I don't even know that exists because sometimes I go on Etsy looking for cute little lion figurines and shit. And I guess there's a character in that show that's named like Lion or something. And he comes up in my searches and I'm like, I don't care about your fucking green-haired twink. Promare is an excellent independent movie and is excellent. Or it is an independent movie and is excellent. It's a whole different thing. I thought it was supposed to be like the characters are like somewhat related. I don't know. I don't know. Good night, y'all. Good night, Alex. No one talked about Fate? I really enjoyed Fate Stay Night. And more than Fate Stay Night, I really enjoyed, but never finished, Fate's Prisma Liner? Is that the full name? I really liked that. I really fucking liked Khalid Liner. I don't know why I never finished it. I think I watched it right before I was moving or something. And so my mind just got like sucked into something else entirely and I never came back to it. But I really like that. Oh fuck, she's the one! Fate Zero sucked? Never watched it. I never watched Fate Zero. I think I know a spoiler for Fate Zero though, where the dad guy kills Ilya. But it's actually just like a clone or something. Pippa, say yes to Loli, say no to Otome. I don't say no to Otome. Senko-san! Senko-san is so fucking cute, dude! Nobody thinks I'm a big pee-pee. Ah! I watched Senko-san on fucking... Oh, I shouldn't say this because it's piracy. I watched Senko-san thinking it was just a silly little thing because it was under a different name. Because, my paid service glitched and it put the name as something else. And I was like, oh, this is just gonna be a silly little video. And then I got hooked. And I watched the whole thing in one go. Can't think of $2. Watch Lane? Let's all love Lane? I don't even know what Lane is. Oh, I'm such a fucking sucker, chat. I am such a fucking sucker. That is like my favorite genre, chat. Things like Senko and fucking Jahi. Like, cute little waifus doing cute little shit. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what that fucking genre is. But it's fucking cute, chat. Kimono Friends. It's the best. Ah, it's the best. Did you like Gachiusa? I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Cute girls doing cute things! Hell yeah! Lane is basically Terry A. Davis, the anime. Oh, Yudo Camp? I never watched Yudo Camp. I've been meaning to, and I just never got around to it. I think the fact that there's no cute fox girls or like supernatural girls in general has kind of been like putting it on a back burner for me. K-On! I never finished K-On! I couldn't really get into it. I used to really enjoy watching the AMVs though. Girls on Panzer! I watched a little bit of Girls on Panzer. I felt like I was missing context. The way Girls on Panzer starts, it reminds me of like Kimono Friends, right? Where if you go into Kimono Friends with absolutely no context, it's like, what the hell's going on? K-On! Made me racist. What? What the fuck? There's no context, it's just girls with tanks. Oh, okay, well. Girls on Panzer is a secret gem, but you have to love sports anime or tank? I'm not a sports anime person. Average K-On! I don't know what the fuck he means by that. Ichigo Mashimoto might be up your alley. I've never heard of that. Strawberry marshmallow? Man, 𝐴𝐻𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐞𝐬. Oh, that shit was my jam. 𝐴𝐻𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐞𝐬 was one of my first animes. And I love that shit so much. I remember I was watching 𝐴𝐻𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐬. We were like kind of living in like an RV for a little while there. And I had my laptop and I was watching 𝐴𝐻𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐿 on the fucking gas station internet, dude. It took like fucking half an hour for one of the episodes to render. But when that shit played, dude, I was like, ah, fuck yeah! This is so wacky! And I was sitting there like busting out laughing. And we're in this little camper RV thing, right? And fucking my parents got so mad at me. I have very fond memories. It was like very peculiar circumstances with how I watched it, so it just makes it like even that much more memorable in my brain. And all I could really do at that point was because we were in like this little camper thing, right? So like we couldn't do much. So all I had was my fucking laptop, and that's when I first watched Ouran High School Host Club as well. So Ouran High School Host Club also has like a very special spot in my memory where I'm just like, oh my god. Ah! But yeah. Did you ever see My Senpai is Annoying? I did not. I never got into that. Ouran High School Host Club is gem. Ouran High School Host Club was my first experience with being mad that I just shot a hair tie into a glass of water. What the fuck? Hold on. My eye is burning! Ouran High School Host Club was my first experience with best girl not winning, but in this case it was best guy not winning. I thought, eye drops? Yeah. I'm too skittish for eye drops. I thought, what was I saying? Fuck. Oh, I thought the black-haired guy with the glasses, he should have won. I thought the main guy was really annoying. What's his name? Tohoma? And then the black-haired guy is like Kyoto, I think? Really? Even though it catered to girls? I'm not a fan of like the blonde pretty boy characters. Especially at that time, I was really into like the glasses archetype characters. I was really into like, oh, smart guy, he's like the obvious choice, and then like the main guy, I don't know, like he's too annoying. The main guys are always annoying. They're always fucking annoying, and I still have that problem when reading like... I just had that problem with Resetting Lady, chat. I just talked about Resetting Lady. I just had the same fucking experience. The character that I want the main character to end up with, I read spoilers for, she does not get with him. She gets with the main guy, who's like this badass, blonde hair, blue eye motherfucker. His name is Raymond. He's like an expert sharpshooter. And I'm like... I like the black-haired guy. That's kind of... an insecure nerd. His name's Dolan. Like, the way that they started it, I was like, this what initially like got me hooked on it. I was like, oh, her like husband character is actually like interesting. He's not like the typical like Chad's always win. It's the fucking Chad archetype. It unironically is the fucking Chad archetype, and it's I don't know. Dolan? No, Dolan. Like D-U-L-L-A-N. She likes the soy boys. No! I like... I don't know. I guess I like more like... relatable characters, almost. Not that I'm like a smart person or anything, right? But like, I like the characters that value... intellect, or the characters that are more like down to earth. The characters that aren't like literally perfect in everything they fucking do, you know? Academic types. I like the academic types. I like the fucking... Dolan's not like an academic character or whatever in Resetting Lady, but he's more like a relatable character. He's more like... he's a normal guy with a lot of issues. You don't like Kirito. I do not like Kirito. I do not like Kirito. I can make like a husbando tier list. He's an average normie dude. Literally named Dull. Yeah, literally named Dull. People likes dorks. I mean... I don't know. Why would people like Kirito? I don't think you're meant to like Kirito. I think you're meant to try to be Kirito. People likes the I can fix him types. No. I like people that are normal people. Right? Like I don't think they need to be fixed. I think they'll just learn and grow with time. And I'm a extremely flawed person. So like I'd also want other people to view me like that as well. Like that I don't need to be instinctively perfect. That I can grow as a fucking human being. I don't understand the fascination with people that are supposedly perfect. You know? I don't know. Maybe that's why I enjoy things like streamers over reality television and shit. Or influencers. I've just never been a fan of like the Kim Kardashian types or like fucking... I think Elon Musk was like a fun meme, but like not... I wouldn't idolize him. I idolize people like 𝐴𝐸𝐺, who are normal people that are willing to not be perfect, but are still like... not detestable, I guess? Like normal people, you know? I don't... 𝐴𝐸𝐺 normal? What? Okay, normal relative to my circumstances. Like, what's another example of this? Oh yeah, it's the, like, YouTubers, right? That's the reason a lot of people really like YouTubers, is because YouTubers, at least back in the day, used to show a lot more of a human side to themselves versus, like, celebrities, where celebrities are only allowed to ever see them being, like, perfect and shit. Versus, like, YouTubers, it was like, fucking, they'll show you their torn up gamer chair and be like, hell yeah, I can't afford a new one. And it's like, yeah. Lloyd from Spy X Family? I really like Lloyd. I really like Lloyd from Spy X Family. He's kind of like the... him and Yor are kind of portrayed in like the intro and shit as being like these super badasses and like, oh my god, they're so cool and everything. But then you actually watch the show and they're like normal people. And they have like very distinct flaws. And it's adorable watching them navigate life. Yor is a giant dork. Yor is a giant dork. She's so cute. We stand Lloyd from Spy X Family. Hell yeah. For his personality, yeah. Like, Lloyd acts like he has everything figured out. And he's very good at, like, masquerading in social settings. But he's also... he doesn't know how to genuinely handle other people. He's kind of oblivious. I mean, both him and Yor are oblivious. And not in, like, the very cliche... oh, they gotta not acknowledge things so that way the plot can keep moving. But in, like, a more realistic way, I guess? Like, when they're, like, kissing on the couch in front of Yor's brother, right? When they're, like, leaning in for the kiss. It's not like, oh, what? Like, neither of the characters is like, oh, no, I don't know what's happening right now, right? They're, like, awkward, and they don't know what the fuck to do here. And they don't really want to do it, but, like, they're both too stupid to just, like, call this guy out on his bullshit. It was definitely like a pandering moment, but it was like it was still cute. It was still done well. I like it. I really fucking love Spy X Family. I cannot wait for more episodes. I cannot fucking wait for more episodes of that show. It was so good. Kaguya-sama. I really liked Kaguya-sama. Love is War, right? I really liked it. It doesn't capture that same sort of, like, instant kino, I guess, at, like, Spy X Family. There are very few shows out there where I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, this is, like, this is one of the best things ever, right? Spy X Family is that for me. Full Metal Alchemist is that for me. Rising of the Shield Hero is that for me. At least season 1. I haven't seen season 2. Darling in the Franxx was that for me. I know a lot of people hated Darling in the Franxx as time went on. I never stopped loving it. I really love Darling in the Franxx. Have you tried All Saints Street, Pippa? I have not. The first episode of The Great Pretender was that for me as well. But then the show went on and it just completely destroyed it. Do you like Code Geass? Oh fuck yeah, Code Geass is amazing. I love Mal. I hate Rolo. Dude, I was watching Rolo and I was like typing to friends and shit in the group Skype chat. As I was watching that shit, I was typing to my guildies. I was like, why did none of you warn me about Rolo? And they were like, oh, what's so bad about Rolo? And I was like, you're fucking with me. And they were like, yeah, we're fucking with you. You're meant to hate Rolo. And I was like, fuck! Fuck you! Rolo was dog shit. Just a probably stupid thing, $2. What does Pippa-chan think of star-crossed lovers? I don't think I've seen that. Red Remover thing, $5. If you do a husbando tier... Oh, or do you mean like the trope? I don't know. I don't even really notice it. Red Remover thing, $5. If you do a husbando tier list, please post the template in advance so that Capipulus can decide in advance what choice is literally them, for real, for real. Oh my god. The best of Darling in the Franxx was all the smut that came out of it? You're a fucking weirdo. WB thing, $5. Sort of a spoiler, I guess, but why is rip-off Catholic Church always a secret evil faction in light novels and anime? I don't know! I don't know! As much as I adore Spice and Wolf, it kind of suffers from that same thing. But I actually just watched a really interesting video. I never watched Lord of the Rings, and I never read, like, the Silmarillion or any of that shit, right? I have no experience with Tolkien's works. But I was watching this video that was talking about why any Lord of the Rings adaptation is likely to fail if they don't 100% understand the source material. And it was talking about how Tolkien was a very Catholic man, and a lot of the Lord of the Rings has direct inspirations from that, and that's why like evil is such a like key point of the story, because it's like how it can like affect even people with like good intentions and shit, you know? There's a lot of like religious references in that, and that's also why in the movie adaptation some of the like the music was heavily inspired by like Catholic chants. And that was such a cool video. That gave me such a fucking big respect for it. Like just like I know Lord of the Rings was like a beloved franchise, right? But like I didn't understand why people were so into it. I thought, oh, it's just kind of like a generic fantasy. But like having him like talk about the story beats and shit, I was like, you know what? This actually does sound good. This actually does sound good. I should probably actually watch this. Not necessarily because of like the religious elements. I don't think you need a fantasy story to have like a different inspiration or whatever, or like, or that it needs to be inspired by it. Cause like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is also like has religious foundations, and I think that will show. I think that movie franchise was dog shit. I think it's dog shit. I think The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was a good first movie with some really interesting concepts, and then everything else that came after it, I was like, ugh. It was really bad. It was really bad. Read the books? Probably won't. I have too much shit to read. I'm never gonna get to it. Asmongold is a Kardashian though? What the fuck, Nailstorm? You're so far back in the VOD. Pyro, thank you for the $2. Hello, I'm new here. I heard you might be based. Lies! You heard lies! The dude buys, thank you for calling a big TP. Crossover Maniac, thank you for $5. I wanted Haruhi to get with both the twins in our Orin High School Host Club as her twin harem. Oh my god. Arthur, thank you for the 39 cents. Don't like self-inserts and Mary Sue's? Most of the time, I don't. Brandon, thank you for $1. Not sure when friends want to go camping at Ammo Factory, but I sent Kremvid to read the twin longer first. What? Captain Shot, thank you for $5. Have you watched Kiss Him, Not Me? Side note, if you want an acid trip, watch Yurikuma Arashi. No, I heard a lot about Kiss Him, Not Me, and I kind of like brought it up to like look at it, like I was gonna watch it, and I was ready to watch it, and then I thought about it again, and I was like, no, this is gonna be dog shit, and I clicked off. So yeah. I thank you for 39 cents. Fate Heavens Feel Movie. Just it? Slash PP, $1. Pimple, why are you digi, bro? I am not digi, bro. Can't thank you for $2. Watch Lane. Let's all love Lane. I think I read that. So little base, thank you for $2. Rin Enos is defenseless? What the fuck? Nobody thank you for the Almighty Lily thing. The whole Kiss Girls to gain power thing might have been a reference to a series called Bastard, which is the same idea. Only difference is Bastard is shameless, over the top dark fantasy, full of fan service and graphic violence. See, that sounds more interesting than some shit like Najima, where I feel like the little boy's only kissing the women because fan service. Oh my lord, thank you for $10. The reason for so many Christian church allegories in anime is probably because Japan and Christianity has some really bad history. Look up the movie Silence. It shows full-blown attempted genocide of Christian converts in Japan. Well, holy shit. But it's a thing in Western media a lot as well. Think of shit like The Handmaid's Tale. And all the bagillion fucking stories like that, where it's like, okay. I don't know if that one's really Catholic, but... Get a ton thing for $5. Saw title, had to chime in, reincarnated into the slime is absolute key now. It goes from 0 to unabashed war crimes pretty quickly. Also, 𝐒𝐴𝐜𝐿 slime. I just spent this bunch of the stream saying it was mid. Nah. Ninja Scroll? I couldn't get past Handmaid's Tale episode 1. I watched that and I was like, oh, I know what's that. Oh man, this is, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Pretty sure Handmaid's Tale is low-key fetish bait? Oh god. Cause it is mid. Who has a jet thing for $6? Have you seen Plastic Memories? Good rom-com. No, good rom anime that made me tear up every time. Also happy early 60k. I have not. I have not. But why did you even try? I don't know what you're asking for. Let's be real, most authors have Christian-inspired bad guys because of the trope and lack of creativity, not because of their opinions on the real church. That's a trope I really fucking hate as well. You just made me think of it. Paladins being evil. I really love paladins. I think paladins is one of the coolest tropes ever. I think paladins are... They're like, to me, what Superman is to everybody else, right? I think paladins are like... They're like my Superman, right? It's like, it's the pinnacle of justice, of doing good, of believing in the system for better or for worse, but doing your best in spite of it. Believing in pure honor and being able to defend what you believe in. I think that is amazing. I think that is incredibly inspiring. So I fucking cannot stand it, chat. When I fucking watch something, you see this so fucking often. I fucking hate that, oh, the paladin is actually a bad guy trope. I fucking hate that, chat. I fucking hate it! Haha, you're so subversive. The paladin is actually a bad guy. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Oh my god. Lawful stupid. I think lawful stupid can be annoying. I don't think you have to like treat paladins as like a serious thing. But like, dude, when you fucking like make the paladin and he's actually like, oh, he doesn't even believe in God. He's just taking advantage of the system. It's like, dude, you just took the fucking, like, evil priest trope and applied it to the fucking paladin so that way he could actually, like, do something other than, like, be a creep. You're so fucking annoying. I fuck it. What the fuck is an evil paladin? And what is... What's an anime example of this? There's, oh fuck. There's a shitty fantasy anime that does this. I can't remember the name. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? Maybe that's the one. Or I don't remember. There was like a oh, Berserk Rage had some examples. Redo of a Healer. I have not seen Redo of a Healer. How not to summon on a Demon Lord. That one has like a fucking evil paladin, and the whole time I was just sitting there like, fucking dog shit. Cecil from Final Fantasy IV. I have not played Final Fantasy IV. I was like, Oathbreaker is a good choice in D&D. Fuck off! Redo the Healer is garbage. Is it? I tend to not particularly care for shows that get popular for, in my opinion, stupid reasons. So, Redo of a Healer, interspecies reviewers, what are some other examples of that? I don't know. Peppa loves JRPGs. I kept away from Redo for that same reason. Is Redo of a Healer the main character a paladin? I thought he's like a healer. Paladins usually beat people's faces in. I will not stand for interspecies reviewer slander. I'm not slandering it. I just never bothered watching it. He's a healer. Is there a paladin in there that's evil? He's an abused healer? Yeah. It's a vengeance anime. I tend to not really like a lot of vengeance anime. Everyone's evil. I also don't like stories like that. I don't like... It can be fun sometimes, I guess, when you watch a story or read a story or whatever. Engage with a story that's like, oh, actually, everybody's a douchebag, right? Like Breaking Bad's like that. Everybody's a piece of human garbage, except for... Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Oh, fuck! How did I forget his fucking name? Oh my god. Not Jesse. No, Jesse's a fucking dumbass. Mike! Mike is a good guy. Everybody else go fucking kill themselves. Hank is also a douchebag. Hank is just not as much of a douchebag. Walter Jr. is a douchebag in the same way Mike is. Gus is really entertaining, but he's also a douchebag. Mike killed people, I don't know. Mike is the only example of what feels like a proper anti-hero, I guess, in Breaking Bad. You know what he's doing is wrong, and that makes him a terrible person. But I feel like he's the only one doing it for genuinely good reasons, right? I feel like Mike's intentions are not on the same level of everybody else's, right? Like with Walt's case, with Walt, he wants to make a lot of money initially to pay for like chemotherapy and everything, right? But then it becomes like he just wants more money. Jesse lives a life of self-gratification. Like he only cares about like getting his next high and pretty much that. Like Jesse's a fucking idiot. Jesse is the kind of guy that like dreams big but will never actually do anything to better his life. Jesse wasn't supposed to be a good character. He was supposed to die. Jesse changes? Did we ever see Jesse actually change? Has anyone watched BoJack Horseman? I love BoJack Horseman. BoJack is also a dog shit human being. When he wants his respect. Well, that makes sense. Well, that is. We're not... didn't mean Jesse, but... BoJack Horseman. Jesse is both Todd and BoJack. In a way. BoJack is a fucking garbage human being. Well, horse man. Breaking Bad is my favorite anime? Hell yeah. BoJack is a horseman, not a human being. Yeah, my bad. BoJack Horseman felt like Breaking Bad the anime? Kinda, yeah. But in a more literal sense, he's Todd. Yeah, in a more literal sense, he's Todd. All felt he was wronged and got a taste of being respected and getting back at the world. El Camino wraps up Jesse's story. I watched El Camino and completely blanked on it. Rest in peace, Archer. They really dropped the ball on that show. I thought Archer sucked. I thought Archer was really boring. Early Rick was a good anti-hero from Rick and Morty. I don't know if he was ever really an anti-hero. Rick has always been kind of just a straight-up piece of shit that just doesn't actually care about anybody else except for himself. Presumably because he's too afraid to actually be a good person, but I don't know. Yeah! Pickle Rick! Rick sucks? Yeah, I think Rick sucks. I think Morty sucks as well. I think pretty much everybody in Rick and Morty is also a piece of human garbage. And as time goes on in that show, everybody's even more of a piece of shit. And I don't know. When I don't have a character to like latch onto, I tend to lose interest in a show. It tends to just become like background noise to me, right? Like, I'm the kind of person, I unironically like watch Family Guy, right? But it's like, there's nobody like actually likable in that show, so it's just kind of like a background noise. Sometimes you hear a funny joke and you're like, haha. That was funny. And then you move on, right? It's like, it's filler. It's just filler. Have you seen any 80s anime? I don't remember what anime is from the 80s off the top of my head. Octo Greg, they want to know our English teacher changed the book curriculum so that we would read A Handmaid's Tale. The book was really weird. Ooh. Nothing to do, thank you $2. Yo, little homie. You know Doug the Thug, little homie? Equalizer dead, thank you for the $6. Oh, yeah, I read that. I really hate it. Side tangent, but I really hate it in school when a popular thing comes out and then the teacher's like, oh, I should make my students read the thing based on a popular thing. Because it's always insufferable. Newsflash, teach thing that is popular is not popular because it's good. It's popular because it had the best marketing at the time. Case in point, Ready Player One. That's a dog shit movie and that's a dog shit book. Yeah. March Comes Like a Lion was a good one, but I don't think we've talked about much. A loud sip, loud sip. Catcher in the Rye. Oh. Catcher in the Rye is kind of a dumb concept. You should read the Ready Player One author's erotica. No, I think I'll spare myself from that torture. Thank you, though. I think I will spare myself from that torture. Haha. Did you watch Fiddler on the Roof 5 years in a row in school? I did. What the fuck? Why would you do that? Fiddler on the Roof was interesting only for the fact that... What's that one bitch? She made her own version of the song. If I was a rich man. Right, and then that one chick, she was like, if I was a rich girl. Gwen Stefani. Yeah, that bitch. That's the thing we're going on, Big Pippi. That was the extent of my interest in that. That was the extent of my interest in the Fiddler on the Roof. It was really boring. It's really boring. Listen, I like musicals, alright, but I somehow can't enjoy the most popular ones for some, like the things that like everybody is like, oh dude, it's a classic, it's so good. Maybe I just have a very like surface level enjoyment of the genre, but like I didn't enjoy Fiddler on the Roof, I didn't enjoy Into the Woods, I enjoyed Hamilton. Yeah, I enjoyed Hamilton. Dear Evan Hansen is completely insufferable and only has a few good songs. Wicked is completely insufferable. It has no good songs. Little Shop of Horrors, that was good. Arclight, thank you for it's got to go. Thanks for the stream, Pippa. Enjoyed the Weep Talk. Oh, thank you. To Kill a Mockingbird is pretty good. Pippa's a theater kid. Oh, fuck no, I wasn't a theater kid. Fuck no, I wasn't a theater kid. What the fuck? Dude, you think I had the self-esteem to go up on stage and, like, be in front of other people? Dude, to this fucking day, I can't even, like, bend over to grab something. I have to do that shit with my legs where I, like, buckle my fucking knees and, like, squat down, like, as straight as possible so I'm not, like, in an awkward pose in public. You think I could fucking, like... You think I could, like, fucking, like, read off lines and shit, dude? No way, dude. No fucking way. And I hated like doing like art shit. I hated art in school. Pipple's weird kid confirmed. Oh hell yeah, did be thinking going BP. You're on the stage now, Pipple. What is different? It's different. She's too shy to bend over in public. I'm dating. Fuck off! See, I'm too shy to bend over in public and shit, right? But like, I'll sit on the sidewalk. You're not supposed to sit on the sidewalk and shit, right? People are like, oh, the sidewalk's dirty. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna change pants anyways. Who the fuck cares? I'll sit on the sidewalk, dude. I don't care if my fucking pants get dirty. Oh no, my pants, dude. Oh no. But you're gonna get injured. Oh, dude, what the fuck? It's gonna go in the fucking laundry machine. Who cares? Background noise thing to do. You have to go to school to be a theater kid. Oh, shut up. No, it's more like you're blocking the sidewalk, dude. Who even, like, unless you live in a city, nobody's on the fucking sidewalk. Who is actually on the fucking sidewalk, literally ever, dude? You're gonna mold on the sidewalk, wow! But yeah, mold girl strikes again. Shut up. She's in the hentai. Let's be honest, she does that to hide the poop state. No! Needles! I have never encountered needles on the sidewalk. Liam Molding from 333, you sound a little older tonight. It's pretty cute. I'm mature! I'm mature! Wow! Poop can't. Shut the fuck up. You have sidewalks outside your cities? What do you mean towns have sidewalks? Hag love! I'm a hag. Yeah. What the fuck, guys? The green stuff in the cracks of the sidewalk of the roads with Pip all along. Well, Weenie Hut Jr. Thank you for $2. Ha ha. Poopkin. Pippa, shut up. Shut the fuck up. God. You know, I never... Oh my god, it's midnight already. What the hell? Holy shit, I just looked at the clock. I was like, man, I probably got another, like, hour. I don't know what else to talk about. But no, it's already fucking midnight. Holy shit. Ah! Goddamn. 24 hours to Splatoon 3. Let's go! Woo! Let's do the time warp again. I watched that movie with Papakin. He said it was really dumb. I was like, I think it's kind of fun. I thought that movie was kind of fun. What's that shit called? The one where it's like, let's do the time warp again. Rocky Horror. Yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's really weird. I enjoyed it though. I really enjoyed it. I kept hearing about it because one of the towns that I lived in, every year they'd gather around to go watch it. The like more new age people, I guess, the youth would go to go watch it. And I was like, well, if your crowd enjoys it, I'm probably not gonna like it. But then I watched it and I was like, you know what, that was kind of fun. That was kind of zany. That was a little bit of zany shenanigans. I'm gonna play the Holocure update, yo. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. That was a vagabond. She's been everywhere. I've been a lot of places. Repo Man Gothic Opera? Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. I tried putting that shit on after somebody was, like, insistent about it. And I knew that I didn't like the shit that they like. But then I fucking put it on. It was on Netflix. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill myself if I have to sit through this. Whoo, baby! I'm gonna have to fucking gouge my goddamn ears and eyes out watching this shit. Goddamn, people like this? Like, in a... Not like it's The Room kind of way? Oh, okay. Les Miserables. I fucking hate it. That is a very boring story. And I do not care about you stupid Frenchies and your fucking independence or whatever the fuck. Get fucked. How many revolutions you guys fucking have? God damn. I don't care. Les Mis had a good adaptation? I don't know. Too miserable for her. Too boring, dude. It's fucking... Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? That's all their history. That's all their fucking history is. Dude, the French people have the worst fucking history, dude. Imagine being French. Imagine being French. Never want to hear Russell Crowe sing again? Dude, I fucking... Oh my god. I tried watching the movie and I tried watching the actual plays. And the plays, they were like, it's theater of the mind. And I watched, oh my god, I watched that shit and I was like, dude, how could I theater of the mind this shit? It's fucking like... This is bad. This is really bad. This is gonna be blunt. It's really fucking bad. How many hours in AC Unity? Okay, buddy! Okay, well, you wanna bring Assassin's Creed up? Alright, buddy! You wanna talk about Assassin's Creed, buddy? Listen, Arno doesn't even make my top 5 Assassins, okay? Fuck off. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Hunchback of Notre Dame is depressing if it's book accurate. Dumb story, I don't care, he's a cuck. French Creed was pretty good, yeah. She's a French sympathizer! I missed something, what about Animal Crossing? What about Assassin's Creed? I have an unreasonable amount of hours in Assassin's Creed Unity. What about Animal Crossing? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna call it here for the Animal Crossing Revelations. Oh my god. Women love Animal Crossing, yeah. Unities! Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Final thoughts. Oh, my final thoughts. Oh yeah, we were talking about Reincarnated as a Slime, weren't we? The title gets 0 points. It's dog shit. One of the worst titles I've ever seen. And the title of the manga is That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. Interesting choice. We'll see how that pans out for you. It's a terrible name. It's a terrible name. The characters... Rimuru is pretty interesting, but not in a way that keeps me coming back for more. It's more like, oh yeah, he's kind of relatable there at the beginning, and then he's just insufferably dumb, and the longer things go on, the worse the story gets. So that doesn't bode well for the rest of the novels. And if somebody's like, oh no, dude, it gets better later on, you just gotta stick through it. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste that much of my life hoping that I eventually find enjoyment in a story that I already experienced a lack of joy in, when I have a huge backlog of books that are a lot more interesting. So yeah, I never even finished Magical Girl Raising Project, and that shit was fire. Magical Girl Raising Project, I was reading through that and I was like, oh my fucking god, this is so good. It like made me want to like create like some Magical Girl OCs and stuff. I was getting hella invested in the world. It was so good. I really love that book so far. Haven't finished it yet though. I have that SCP light novel to read. I have I picked up some romance isekai. I think it's, I'll Save the Villain or whatever. Some shit like that. It's about some chick falls in love with the villain of an otome game or some shit. It looked cute. I like villains. I have the History of Hentai manga. But it's a book, it's not a manga. Is it the History of Hentai manga? Maybe it's just the History of Hentai. I don't know. I bought it for the shits and giggles. And I'm actually kinda eager to read it. If I was a basic girl after all, fuck yeah, I'm basic. Let's create an OC! Sounds like a great stream idea. We've done that before. That's some hardcore history right there. I just feel like I would really benefit from being able to pop out random knowledge about hentai, right? Like, if I'm just, like, because everybody else is so like, I mean, I'm pretty yab, right? But I'm like yab in like, I feel like a bit of a different way. So I encounter a lot of people that are very yabai in like the sexual way. And And I want to be able to be like, oh, tentacles. Well, actually, did you know the person who invented the tentacles was fucking Sasuke gay sauce in fucking 1842, and it originated from the fucking thing about the stuff, and the government was involved in this way, and I can just like do that and be an asshole, and it'd be hilarious. Yeah, yab in the internet way. I'm yabbing the internet way. Yeah. Sasuke gay sauce. I love this work. Hell yeah. Chaos, more like chaos. Anyways, reincarnated as a slime. God, I was trying to give my final score. What was I saying? The world. Mediocre fantasy setting, highly inspired by video games, without adapting the video game mechanics in any meaningful way, and without adapting them in a way that makes sense. I think it's hinted at one point that one of the characters played the game. The guild leader of the free company guild thing, Adventures Free Guild, mentioned playing a game that had like a talking slime in it that said, "I'm not actually a bad guy." So I guess he might have been isekai'd into this world. Or no, he wasn't isekai'd. He's somebody... Yeah, wait, yeah, he was isekai'd. He, like, might have played this world as a game. And if it is a game world, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, that's a reference to Dragon Quest? That's just a reference to Dragon Quest? Oh my god. I'm Not Bad Slime is such an ancient Japanese meme though. I thought it was supposed to be like, oh yeah, this world actually is a game. And then it would explain some of the mechanics. But never mind! It's just a fucking Dragon Quest reference! Okay! Dog shit. Dog shit. Okay, never mind. The world is a solid 4 out of 10. Uninteresting. Not unique. Fails to deliver anything to the table that hasn't already been delivered to the table before, and in much better ways, and in ways that service the story well. It feels like the world is kind of just checkpoint to checkpoint right now, and things don't actually matter. So yeah. It's a 4 out of 10 world. Well, I was talking about the characters. The characters, Rimuru, like I said, was kind of interesting. Shizu is completely uninteresting. I did not care about her at all, knowing where her story arc was most likely going to lead. Most interesting character right now seems to be Leon Cromwell, because he's like the big bad, and either he's a giant fucking idiot as well, or maybe he's like a sympathetic character. I kind of get the vibe that he's a sympathetic character because he didn't like punish her or whatever when she lied and hid the wind fox, and like when she went against him and like named it and then ended up killing her friend and the wind fox in front of him. I feel like if he was a more typical evil character, he would have like punished her somehow, right? But he just didn't do anything. And then he put her up against an opponent, presumably that he knew she wasn't going to be able to defeat. Left her completely alone so she had an out to escape. That's the vibe that I get from it anyways. I get the feeling that Leon is going to be a very sympathetic villain. And I'm just not looking forward to that at all. I'm not looking forward to that at all. So I'd give that like a I don't think Leon is a bad guy. Didn't she kill her friends with her power? Yeah. Yeah. So, and then the adventurers had very generic personalities. Oh wow, they're so quirky. Didn't really have any sustenance to them. I'm trying to remember if there are any. Oh, there's the goblins. The goblins were amusing at times. The direwolves were interesting at times. The dwarf characters were interesting at times, but nobody consistently stood out to me in the story, and there's no character in that book that I look back on and say, wow, I want to know more about that guy. I don't care. I don't care. All the characters could die, and I would not feel bad. I think as a subject, the Goblin Village is the most interesting part, and if the entire book series was just about building up the Goblin Village, I might actually read it. I wouldn't go out of my way to read it, but I might feel more inclined to read it, but yeah, the writing's not that good, so I probably wouldn't read it, but $1,500. It feels like it's checkpoint to checkpoint, nothing really matters. Damn, that kind of feels like how I've been forced to see real life, haha! Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about real life as well, which is why escapist fantasy is so enjoyable. What do I, Ramono? Never watched that. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, he's secret god strength character. He's stronger than average. I guess it wouldn't surprise me if he went that route. So yeah, the characters, maybe like 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10. The writing is a solid 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It's passable. I'm not really a fan of first-person perspective. I feel like first-person perspective is usually just an excuse to not have to describe what's happening in detail and to be able to skip out on a lot of stuff. And I feel like the fact that it's in first-person perspective and we end up getting POVs of other characters discussing information that the main character does not know also kind of defeats the purpose of it being in first person, because if it was in third person we could get objective information, but we're not in third person. And then on top of defeating the first person POV, there's the fucking AI that dumps exposition. So it feels kind of meaningless, just like a cheap way of writing less. Princess Luna, I think it was 50 Mexicans. The most interesting part of the book is when he gets stabbed and asked his coworker to get rid of his PC. It's all downhill from there. Yeah. It's, yeah, the story, the writing, yeah, it's 5 or 6 out of 10. 5.5, I don't know. What else am I missing? What else am I missing, chat? It's that show where the guy does nothing on his own and wins. Base coworker, bro. Yeah, the beginning was a little bit interesting. It was kind of silly. It kind of gave me hope, and then my hope completely died by the end of it. I think his editors made him rewrite the beginning a few times, probably. They're probably like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. It's still lacking a certain something. Is a 5 average for you, or is it a 7? I think 5 is like average. Maybe, yeah. This isn't a 7 out of 10 IGN kind of situation. Maybe it is kind of, because I said it was like 5 out of 6, it was kind of like average. It was like, I don't know. The world building? I mean, I talked about the world. The world building? Oh, the pacing. The pacing! 3 out of 10? I think the pacing in the light novel was highly below average. That sounds paradoxical. I think the pacing was really below average. To a noticeable degree. Because at first it's slice of life pacing, right? Where like nothing actually happens. And you're just kind of along for the ride. And then at the end it's like, whoa! Wasn't that a good fight? And I'm like, no, it wasn't. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't care. Too much shit just happened all at once. I found myself subconsciously skipping paragraphs to go and having to go back and reread the shit that like my brain was just skipping over. I was just trying any fucking way to like get out of it. I was like reading that shit like it was a book assignment. Ah! It was very slow taking notes for it. It was bad. It was pretty bad. Yeah, so the pacing, yeah, really bad. Would it be better as an anime? I don't know. I don't think the story is worth being adapted into an anime, to be honest. Would you recommend this light novel? No. Overall, I'd give the entire thing just a meh score. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just... It was just a thing, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm really picky. I feel like the only story that I've read for book club that I ended up actually being like, yeah, you guys should go read this, was fucking Tanya the Evil. Everything else, I've just been like, it's fucking dog shit. It's like, it's so boring. It's fine, Peppa. I just feel bad, man. So much garbage shit. Would you classify it as one of the light novels of all time? Tanya the Evil? I don't know if I've really read enough light novels to say of all time, but I think it was really good, even by Western standards. Like, reading it as a Westerner. Reading light novels as a Westerner, right? A lot of the time I'm like, yeah, this reads like a fucking dogshit anime. This reads like an anime that I wouldn't even bother watching. But Tanya the Evil read like just a genuinely compelling story that felt like it could be even adapted into like a movie or something. Like it's just a good story. I don't know how you would adapt it into a movie. Child actors are usually terrible, so probably shouldn't, but it felt like a genuinely good story, something that I would remember as being a good story and not being something that had cute waifus in it, which is the common scapegoat of a lot of light novels and anime-inspired works in general. Vash, thank you for the $1. Let's read something you know is good next time, something you read before if we need to. Finger Guns and McGee, thank you for $5. Have you seen or read Wandering Witch Elena? It's one of my faves and has an interesting world. I've seen the art of it, and I was interested in checking it out. But it kind of felt like maybe a bit too like nothing happens to me. I don't know. Like the vibe didn't feel right. Telling Grayson thinking to like, go watch Squid Girl. It's hilarious. Squid Girl, like the blue hair girl with the little squid tentacles. I already watched that a long time ago. It was okay. I didn't understand why it was so popular. I kept seeing it on fucking image boards and shit. Everybody was like, ah, the squid! Look at the squid! And I was like, The content people made out of the Squid Girl was better than the actual show itself. Princess Luna, thank you, 247. You should read Riso no Himo Sekatsu. Spooner Life. As far as these guys go, the one is pretty decent. Because politics, name to those people want to rub your ears, little bunny, your soft little bunny ears. The little old ghost politics wants to rub my bunny ears. He loves anime. Princess Luna, thank you, 247. The most interesting part of the book is when you get. Oh, I already read that. Oh yeah. Anyways. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Don't waste your time reading this. Pick up Saga of Tanya the Evil. It's a lot longer, but it's also a lot more interesting. Or check out Magical Girl Racing Project. Maybe we could do a book club for that. I don't know. How's the teeth? Pretty good. Teeth are doing better. Where's your eye, silly rabbit? Yeah, I need to just chill for a while. Wow! Thank you for saying multi-grades! I'm gonna read off the names! All you have to do is have your name read is post every 2 minutes, and then I will try to get to it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm sorry that this was kind of like a bleh. But I hope you enjoyed your time regardless. I will see you guys tomorrow with the 50,000 sub... I almost said anniversary, but celebration! Oh my god! Heck yeah! I'm so dead inside. Thanks for streaming, no problem. Almost to 60k now. Wow. Almost to 60k. 100k by Christmas? Nah, you guys were saying I'd hit 60k before my 50k celebration. You guys are bad with predicting shit. You guys are bad. And before you hit 6k, nah. Drinking stream? Yes, but not drinking alcohol. Okay, I'll give you guys a little spoiler. I bought Fago for tomorrow's stream. I don't know how many of you were here for this, but one of my first shorts that I ever... like, little videos that I ever put out on my channel was magnets. I was like, fucking magnets, how do they work? Right? So it's kind of like a callback to that. I went out and I found Faygo. The juice of the juggalos! And I'm gonna drink it on stream and I'm gonna rate it. I bought 3 different flavors. I bought regular Faygo, I think it's orange Faygo, and then there's Mountain Dew Faygo. So fuck yeah. Are we playing with magnets? Maybe we can find a nice little magnet game to play, I don't know. Have fun with your kidney stone, thank you! The heck is Faygo? It's the juice of the juggalos. Is it like Fanta? I don't know what it's like. I gotta try it. Juice of the juggalos. What does this mean? You gotta look up juggalos. I haven't had Faygo in over 15 years. Maybe some Cricket Cola or lemonade. Hand reveal tomorrow. No, not hand reveal. I'm just gonna bring up like PNGs of the drinks. Does it beat lean? I don't know. We'll find out. We should do a lean stream. Fucking I would have a aneurysm. Also, I've never done drugs before, so I don't want to start. When's everything $2 to the Faygo Fund? Oh my god. Okay, reading off names now. Thank you so much for stopping by. Win something here with the $2 to the Faygo Fund! Yeah, it was only $1 each. It was pretty cheap. You should do a villainous manga/manhwa club. The bulk of my viewers are guys. I don't know how many of you guys would have a good time reading, villainous isekai stuff. There's a reason it's cheap, yeah, I bet. But I can't say that. I really love RC Cola and Mountain Lion, and those are both really cheap. You'd be surprised? That's true, that's true. Thank you for stopping by. 𝐂𝐚𝐭, Aaron, Kelly, Abdul, Actual, Unguilty Prisoner, Aegis, Ananda the Destroyer, Animate Document, Unearthed, Arca Bro, Air, Descended Weeb, Atomize, 𝐶𝑯𝑦𝒀𝑆, A Wild Weeb, Ailamo, Acetal, Background Noise, Badger Kid, Balls, Ligma. I feel like I already read those. Wait, what the hell? Oh no, it's just like there's a lot of regulars back tonight. Hell yeah! Regulars love! That's what I'm meaning, $2. More Lights No L reviews. Please! You guys want more Light Novel reviews? In terms of just like raw numbers, I know this is like a filter stream, which kind of surprises me because like this is the kind of shit, chat, the shit that like I really enjoy watching other people do, filter a lot of people, and it throws me off because I feel like in my brain I'm doing something that's like a big stream, right? And then other people are like, eh. You know what I mean? Like, I really enjoyed the collab with Aoi, and I still plan on doing more, but I was surprised, like the Lisa collabs. Lisa collabs always drop off a lot of numbers. And I'm not gonna stop doing them. I love doing them. There's no reason to not do them. But it just, like, surprises me. At the end of the stream, the numbers pop up, and I'm like, oh. Oh well. Really, yeah. Lisa collabs are the best. Lisa collabs are the best. I love Lisa. She will not be here for this Saturday, though. She has other stuff she has to do. So maybe next Saturday? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see! Lisa, love. Where to find Pivot Top 10 Anime? I'll have to make a list. Okay, anyways. Archive Bro, Area Descended Weeb, Atomize, 𝐶𝑯𝑦𝒀𝑆, A Wild Weeb, Ailamo, As a Thought, Background Noise, Badger Cape, Balls, Ligma, Banana Cup, Basic Edition, Bassaritz, Beef Pie, Beeps, Delico, Berserk Rage, Big Guy, Billy Witch Doctor, Bloody Nova, or Blood Nova, Bloody Overdrive, Bonatide, Board Clips, Brandon, Budetto, Cactus Block, Captain Thunderbolt, Charlie, Church Cheetah, Cypher, Coconut Tackle, Cody, Comes, Very Cove Dweller, Crocodile Nate, Crossover Maniac, D19, Dalai Lama, Daily Bean, Dark Soup, Deadbeat, Deadman Gaming, Deny, Devil Hitman, Devin Leaf, The Water Gel Fan, Duck Dick, Eastmalt, Echoes, Ed, Edited Twice, Eel, Emmanuel, Castellanos, Endwar, Anzilla, Angie, Equalizer Jet, Eric Muller, Eric Vero, Eric Jimenez, Father Delta, FC Playthroughs, Finger Guns McGee, Frank Reno, Freeze, Fuzzy Gooder, Gabri, Gandre, Ghastly Guess, Gator Time, Gamer, GK Alert, Goldheart Dragon, Gullion, Granth, Wanaco, Guidas, Gun of Forever, Gun, Hank, Hacksars Punchy, Henry Akari, Hikimori Charlie, Hikimono, Holofan, Holosip, Easy Long, I Live Again, Isaac, JH, JM, Jello Shot, Jackus, Jacob Pollock, James Bond, James Jameson, Giles, Jaden Clark, Jazine Harrell, 𝐏𝐡𝐚𭭚, Jefferson Oliveira, Jimmy Cougar, 𝐭𝐡𝐚� Parn, Jail710, Joe I'm Joe, John Garrison, Joop, Junior Autumn, Julian, Kagamina Wa, Kaniri, Kyle Man, Kanta, Kinpatsu, Kizna Hentai, Nai, Karayume, Cuddly Kitty Cat, Curl Kamui, Kyle Watson, Late, Liberty Prime, Lime Green Joint, Logan, Lonesome Mesa, Mal Roadkill, Amantonius, Marcus Vinicus, Marcus Lazy, Master Hellion, Mateza, Maverick Hero, McKenna Golden Gear, Maxufamism, Makot, Matsuko, Mr. Yura, Mitchell Bader, Mitsuhashi Takashi, Monkey's Uncle, Moon Berserker, Mortis Lakuli, Mr. Jibbacan, Mr. U Jellyfish, Mumber Thrax, and 333, Nefarious Friday, Needheart, the Blitznell, New Storm Ultimate, Nobody, No More, Noble Narwhal, Nobody, Nupcakes, Oddwin, 1, Orange Crowbar Man, Outlawed Soul, Ozone, P18, Pasatori Pastry, Pan, Partially Impartial, Pellbow, Perosa, Pelate, Pierre's, Princess Luna, Punch Me, PWH, Questionable Orange Juice, R&D, Ragafurio, Rando, Ray A, Razlo, Razmaz, Ray Remover, Rimu Hakure, Renegade, Retrograde Rustic, Rexurata, Rick, Not a Rich, Resend Army, Rogue Jen, Rudoka, Roscoe, Ruler of Vanar, Rusty Shackleford, Rusty Row, Rydeen, Salamandra, Salami, Sandwicha, Sassak Puppet, Scarlet Ibis, Asia, Sebastian Service, Centurio, Shane Termel, Cerno, Skidheim, Skyke, Smile, Snorri Sneederson, Soil but Based, Salt for X, Summel Man, Sonic Taker, Spezno, Stone Turtle, Strawberry Hello, Suka Madik, Sunbro, T3 Denix, Come and Go, Temamo Respector, Dow Twist, Tartarus, Tears of Lost Socks, Tech Priest, Tempo, Data Guide, A Video Game Fail, The Exploding Singularity, The Justed One, The Sweatistani Hobo, The Sorted Atlantic Guiding Association, The Big Sweet, The Crazy Money, The Minecraft Reloaded, The Shaved Yeti, Tim Mar, Toasty Boy, Tomato Houses, Topaz, Skinakashi, Twismire, Tsunami, Uncle Sam, Unintentionally Dramatic, Unusual Heights, Erst, Vanquil, Vardis Lundoff, Vash, VTuber, Vince is not okay, Web M, Aristocrat, Wienerhut Jr., Welcome to Die, White Rune, Wick the Pearl, Winchester Lock, Woma, Windsor Apple Strudel, Zenlar, ZX, X, fuck. Ah! X Outlaw, Zencro, XYZ, Y2N, Yahtzee, You're Like Cinnamon, Young Immortal, Your Friend, Yusuke, Zeke, Sarai, Zuhawk, Blink, and Chen! Fuck! I swear I can read. Pippa, you have a slime on your head. Let me just get that out of here. Get that out of here. Yeah. The slime! Watch this. Wow! Oh, that's it. Did it mind zap you? It did. It did! Oh my god! How do I catch one? You can't. You have to be reborn as one. Like in the title. Stupid idiot. Premature form reveal! Oh my god! Can you make his eyes different sizes? I don't think so. Just think for $1. Pippa, can you have an entire stream of you just having fun with a slime? Oh my god. No. Secret slime karaoke. Okay, I'm enacting the pact to be reborn as a slime. Those are intending in 333. Congrats on finally getting Jacob physics. Hell yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I will see you tomorrow. Secret karaoke on the screen. Oh my god. But what if? What if it was actually? What if? Hold on, you gotta give me a second here. I'm slow. I'm really slow. Give me. Yeah, there we go. What if it? It's on me. It's on me tonight, baby. Hold on, what do I actually sound like? Hold on, what should a slime sound like? Hold on.
Maybe like this? I don't know. Hold on.
Maybe like this? Is this what I should sound like? Maybe a little bit high pitched?
Maybe I should sound like... No, I don't know about that one.
Maybe like this? How does this sound? It's kind of loud, isn't it? Let me turn this down a little bit. And then, how does this sound? Is this what... yeah. Yeah, this is what I sound like. The first one is the best? Like this? I should sound like this? Just use your normal voice, please. Aw, you sound like a kid. You sound like a 5-year-old on Xbox. I think I sound pretty mature. I feel like I sound very mature like this. I like the more muffled version. What is the more muffled version? Mature? Yeah! You really are mature for your age, Tiki. Shut up. Hold on, what else do I have? How's this one? How does this one sound? This one kind of sounds synthetic, doesn't it? Hold on. I can adjust a bunch of these. Hold on. There's this, or, how does this sound? How does this sound? Oh, and then there's also... Oh wait, is there any other one? No, I think it's just like that. And then there's this one. I'm just having a good old time here. I'm just feeling very dandy. Bullish content? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Ow. Stupid idiot. Stop the volume of my speaking.
What about this? You sure you don't like this? I feel like this is what a sound... Oh, this one's perfect? Best voice? This is actually the auto-tune. I don't know why it sounds like this. I don't know why it sounds like this. Maybe... Oh, I think I have it set so if I play music, it like... I hate this one so much. What do you mean? What do you mean? Peppa dead. Slime only simulating her personality. Real. Background noising with $2. I think about it a lot at night. The fact that that AI thing is gonna come out and it's gonna be me, but it's gonna be an AI. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm gonna be alive even when I'm dead. Unless the app goes offline. In which case, I'll die again. But if I ever get hit by like a car or something, the AI can replace me. Come fly with me. That one. Just sing normally. Sing Shape of You. Oh yeah, we gotta do that. Both are rolling with $2. Wow. Okay, how does this sound? Is it gonna like... Is the audio gonna like... The auto-tune? Is it gonna like sync? I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I have to like set it. The club isn't the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go.
Me and my friends at the table doing shots, drinking fast, and then we talk slow. Come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, you'll give it a chance. Take my hand, stop up the fence, jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, ooh, girl, you know, want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. Ooh, I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too, I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room, and on my bed sheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with your body. Oh I, oh I, oh I, oh I. I'm in love with your body. Oh I, oh I, oh I, oh I. I'm in love with your body. Oh I, oh I, oh I, oh I. I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. We can do the story began. We're going out on our first date. You and me are thirsty, so go all you can eat. Fill up your bag and I'll fill up a plate. We're talking hours and hours about the sweet and the sour. Your family's doing okay. Get in the taxi, kiss in the backseat, tell the driver make the radio play. I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too, I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room, and on my bed sheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with your body. Oh I, oh I, oh I, oh I. I'm in love with your body. Oh I, oh I, oh I, oh I. I'm in love with your body. Oh I, oh I, oh I, oh I. I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. Come on, be my baby, come on. Come on, be my slime, yeah, come on. Come on, I'm a slime now, come on. Come on, be a slime now, come on. Come on, be a slime now, come on. Come on, I'm a slime and come on. Reincarnated as a slime now. Come on, be my baby, come on. I'm in love with the shape of you. Push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too, I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room, and on my bed sheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with your body. Oh, come on, be my baby, come on. Come on, be my baby, come on. Oh, I'm loving you. Come on, be my baby, come on. I'm in love with your body. Come on, be my baby, come on. Come on, I'm in love with your body. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you.
The autotune is so perfect. I'm like that child, right, that goes on stage and like busts out like the dead metal singer. It syncs to, like, it's supposed to be like when it hears like the note that it's supposed to be, it like syncs up to it, but he's not syncing up to it because it's now it just defaults to high pitch for some reason. It's so silly. Rabbit slime. I want to do a karaoke that's just just this. I'll pop in. Call me Slimekin Slipper. And I'm gonna come in and when you least expect it, I'm gonna do a karaoke. Slimekin Slipper. Don't fuck with me, I'll pull a Glock on your ass, motherfucker! Oh, you fuck with me? I'm the John Lennon of slimes! Oh wait, he got shot. That doesn't make any sense. Fuck, never mind. Get out of here! Get out of town, nerds! Get the fuck out of town! Slimekin Slipper, the real OG. I'm the motherfucking pimp daddy. Hell yeah! Good night. This is so dumb. Where the fuck is my browser? Oh, it's over here. I shrunk it down. Okay. Very aggressive for a thing smaller than a car. Shut up, motherfucker. I'll mess you up. Holy shit, we're like an hour over. Whatever. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh my god, nerds. Oh my god, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. Oh my god. Ew. Chat. Chat. Who is online? Nobody's coming up as online. Hold on. Come on, be my baby. Come on. Come on, be my baby. Come on. Captain Thunderbolt, thank you for the Pippa. You can read
It's a slime model. If you ever do another gun stream. Wait, why did it change again? What the hell? Why does it keep like change? I sound decently normal again. What the hell happened? What the hell happened, chat? Holy shit! I hit puberty. Oh, Arena's online. Arena like just started. Okay, I'm gonna rate it. Wait, why? Is it just me or did it drop a little bit? I got like higher pitch. Wait, is it? I can't tell what's happening. They grow so fast. I'm so big now. Oh my god. Good night, nerds. I don't. Ah, this is fun.
no, where is it back? No! I went back to puberty! Oh no! How do you do the Halo chant? I forget. Oh, and the poll. Yeah, I should do that. 50% of you didn't even read the fucking poll.